What up? What up? Welcome back. Welcome back. I am back. Oh, I got through several. All right, today is TSI. Actually, there's a lot of things to talk about. Today's my birthday. First of all, to start things off, I turn 1 year closer to meeting Robin songs.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
And eventually his maker as well.
Happy birthday.
Head Jan, thank you for the 4 months. Turn 28, yeah. Let's just stay at 28 forever. Probably not, actually. You know, it's funny because as I get older,
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Joseph, thank you, buddy. As I get older, I realize that being in your 20s kind of sucks because you still think like you still think that you have your whole life in front of you, but you have this unending anxiety of feeling like you're not accomplishing enough. And somewhere in your 30s, you just kind of realize that that's all fake and you were worried for nothing because like your perspective changes. But the thing is, you're still too young for people who are like for the people who are a lot older than you to take you seriously, right? Like if you're in your company, you're in your 20s, unless you're like literally the CEO or you're like a high executive somehow. But like if you're like a 26-year-old like VP, people don't take you seriously. The only thing you have going for you in your 20s is that you're younger, like you look younger. That's basically it. It's the aesthetics of it. 30s is where it's at. I'm just saying, 30s is where it's at. Like 20s is like you have your looks, and if you even take good care of it. So your age is closer to getting off the calendar. Man, you're kind of mean. Happy birthday. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. 40s is where it's at. Hair falls out. Everything hurts. Yeah. But you get to complain about life and people don't get on your case about it. When you're in your 20s and you complaining in your 20s also sucks because everyone tells you to stop complaining. They say stop complaining. You're in your 20s. And it's as if you aren't allowed to say anything bad because people are older than you. Does anyone have the scores? Yeah, but please, no spoilers. No spoilers. This finished like 2 hours ago. This tournament literally finished like 2 hours ago. So we're about to watch. Today we got Group A and B. Tomorrow's Group C and D. And then the semifinals the day after that. And then the finals. It's a 4-day long event. Group A, we got some really good players. We got Rereplay. You can see in the bottom left. Rereplay from Americas. Let's go. APAC. YBY. That guy's is a beast. And then the Chinese players were mainly through a mix of people who have won and done well before, as well as the people who are the top seasonal point earners. So if you see CN players in this tournament, they are the players that are doing the best this season in set 11. So you're like, okay, I see Qingro, maybe I've seen them. I've seen ZhanWenYu, that's ZHY. I've seen these players, but like, how good are they? These are the best performing players in set 11 so far based on tournaments and ladders. So like, these are the players to pay attention to. So you might be like, where's 62nd? Where's Flancy and all of them? Where's Hwanmei? They're actually commentating. They're not actually playing. Because they're not doing as well this season. They're like top 16 and they took the top 8. Thank you everyone for the birthday wishes. Did Dissoap sleep? No, Dissoap actually played. This is Group A. Group B, we got Dissoap. Group B, we got Dissoap, Altanahue, Title from Japan. So on and so forth. So go ahead and get started here. Oh, before we get started, the latest podcast episode with me and Dissoap just dropped. TFT Study Hall. I know you're listening to my stream right now, and you're here right now, but if you guys care about yapping, this is the podcast. Let me go ahead and show you guys. This is the podcast. It just dropped this morning with me, Kerm, and Dissoap.
Mr_cheerleader just gifted 5 community subs. WAs.
Hey, Mr. Cheerleader, thank you so much, man. Mr. Cheerleader, awesome username. This is the podcast that I do with Dissoap. This episode we cover itemization. I can probably make it a little bit longer description here. We cover itemization. We have Kerm. We talk about the meta. Talk about some fundamental discussion about itemizations, like when to slam or not slam items, how you evaluate item augments, is taking spats with some carousels bait. I can tell you that mostly yes, but kind of depends. Like we go into a bunch of different theory, and I think it's important to have theory discussion in TFT because a lot of people always talk about like do this and do that, but the idea is if you keep listening to that podcast, eventually you don't have to anymore because you just understand the fundamental skills. So yeah, check it out. The new podcast is out. Thank you everyone who support. All right, let's go ahead and watch this this tournament.
觉得在今天这8个选手的手中，可能什么阵容会比较的热门呢？
这还真不好说，因为这个版本其实能玩的有很多。
Man, the Chinese yap, the Chinese yap. I kind of want to have a little bit of the background. Oh God, wait a second. I can't read these portals. I don't have I don't have the in-game spectator mode. Happy birthday, Frodan. Thank you for being a pillar of the community. You're welcome, Coom Dragon. Is this a golden prelude? This is a golden prelude. Oh, Mino. Thank you so much. The reason why is because it looks like I recognize two characters. One of the characters here says gold, and then and this one looks like it's like in the front. So if it's like gold front, I think like golden prelude, something like that. But yeah. Does the same thing count for all the regions? Because I don't know if EU sent all their best players because it's just France and solo. They sent Les Coco and Padebo. They sent good French players. Come on now. Don't be haters. Don't be haters. Happy birthday. Thank you, Mr. Opportunity. Okay. We got Cams. I love it. We got Tamura. For people who don't know, Tamura is one of the top players from APAC, and also he's jacked.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Nicola. Potable says he's taking this set for fun. Interesting. Well, I'm not expecting him to do well then. Also, isn't EMEA generally taking it for fun, except for like 10 players? Pretty sure that whole region is for fun. Actually, I can't say that, man. Most of the people tuning in right now are EU. No, EU's the best. EU's the best. In about 6 hours, when the NA audience tune in, I'll turn back the jets. No, EU's awesome, man. We love EU. Long shot snipers. Does this augment need to get nerfed? Did they nerf it in the upcoming patch? I don't remember. I filmed the patch notes react yesterday, and I still don't even remember the patch. It was that forgettable to me. I think in the patch notes, I was just like, nah, I'm not excited about this patch. No? Okay. Well, this augment is still OP. It's based... Someone compared it to...
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Someone compared Longshot to Pumping Up plus Portable Forge, but you get guaranteed Sniper's Focus, which I thought... I was like, when you put it that way, that sounds insane. Lemur, thank you for 13. Hey, I'm new here and in TFT. I learned so much from your YouTube. Happy birthday and thanks for the sub for the generous gift. Oh, yeah, of course. Thank you, Kochi, and thank you to the gifted sub. Yeah, the patch is on Thursday. The patch is on Thursday. So they're currently playing on the existing patch. I think on Thursday for the finals, they're not going to have the new patch. I think they're playing on the same patch the whole time. Replay, Rageblade Slam, Pumping Up. It has to be Ash. Snipers really want the attack speed. They have so much damage, so just give them more things that amplify their damage, multiply off of it. Thank you, Minty. It averages a 4.1. It's a bit too strong. I agree. I think the problem is that they just buff snipers like way too much, and they buff their trait augment. They buffed 2-4-6 sniper. They buffed Wardens, which we talked about as being a good frontline for it. Like before, Warden Ash was like a really common build people played at the beginning of the set, so that was a buff to snipers because of the way it ties into Ash with Porcelain and Ghostly. And then they buffed the augment. So they buffed like they kept buffing things around it. So of course Longshot is just gonna be really, really strong. Okay, sleight of hand, Umbral Crest. Okay, lucky pause for YBY1. Caretaker's favor. Umbral Crest is interesting because I know a lot of people were thinking Umbral is kind of on the weaker side than we thought it was. We actually talked about in the podcast that Umbral was pretty overrated. Not very good. But you start off with a Yorick 2. That can't be that bad. Yorick 2. Surely Yorick 2, Umbral Crest is a win streak? Surely we don't lose to just RE2 Rek'Sai 2? Oh my god.
对，实际情况这个就在前期
Yikes, we didn't even kill this Rek'Sai. Wait a second. He rolled a Stoneplay Rek'Sai, I just realized.
实际情况这个海这个
Okay, never mind. Rek'Sai is If you guys don't know, Rek'Sai 2 is one of the best swords you could have in the game. Frontline. Rek'Sai is so good. They also buffed Rek'Sai when they didn't need to. Patch is gonna be on Thursday, but not Wednesday. DreamHack Dallas is gonna be Monkaster. Yeah, but the patch is like not that big of a change. Does anyone think the patch is actually gonna change like a lot? Like, yo, Reapers, Kha'Zix Yone is gonna be OP. Does anyone actually think that the patch is gonna be a big deal? Has TL announced their fourth player? Not yet, not yet. Happy birthday, Frodan. Got any advice and wisdom to share with a 23-year-old chatter? Yeah. Your 20s, I compare your 20s like your stage 2. You're actually just getting set up for your stage 3, and that's when you have to start thinking about spiking, but you don't really have to be spiking for a while. So if you're like, man, you're 23, you're basically at stage 2-3. You don't actually have to worry too much. Just set yourself up as best as you can for your stage 3. Don't even worry about it too much. People always think like, man, I'm 25. My life is over. I haven't accomplished anything. It's like, actually, you're just getting started. 9 Umbral is good. Otherwise, it's kind of a bad trait. The units just have no synergy. Okay, I don't know if you need 9 Umbral. Like, that's a little like 3 emblems. I just think that Vertical Umbral is not as good as we thought it was gonna be. Oh, this is a artifact for the Jax encounter. Whoa, I kind of thought he was gonna take I kind of thought he was gonna take Suspicious Trenchcoat, because Suspicious Trenchcoat with Vow is a really good combination if you want to put it on like frontline units like Ornn. It's only because it's good combination. Trenchcoat actually has become lower value compared to other patches because it just people have gotten better at building around things, and like Ornn is just in general like a weaker unit, but maybe he doesn't want to do that. I don't know. You can also do Suspicious Trenchcoat Spark on Silas. Interesting. Took Trickster's Glass. Probably because he looked like he was playing like a sniper backline. Maybe he just wants to have just more wardens in the front. I guess, oh, maybe it's that Trenchcoat is just bad on Aatrox at the moment, and he just wants to have another Aatrox too. I don't know if I agree with that. Trenchcoat is also like really versatile, but I guess so is Trickster's Glass. Who knows? I lost all of stage 2, and stage 3 isn't going well either, but that's okay. All you need to do is spike on your 4-1 roll down. It's the stage 4 lottery. You already know. There's time. You could always take out a small mortgage loan and gamble on options. Okay, don't do that. But I always say life is like a game of loot subscription. All you have to you could always get bailed out, because at the you just never know. Like you never know. The beginning of the next stage, you might spike out of nowhere. Like a random anvil comes in, or like a 2-star 4 cost out of nowhere appears your shot, but you can't ever high roll if you give up. You just gotta stay in the game. Half of high rolling is staying in the game. Happy birthday, Frodan. Your wife is pregnant. Oh, I hope not. She just finished giving a baby. She just finished giving birth to a baby. Wow, giving a baby. Okay, so we had duelist player. This player just looks like they're playing AP. Mittens, Deathblade, adaptive. Whoa. Okay, it's probably because he couldn't find anything better than Mittens. Mittens, long shots. That's awkward. I guess he probably thinks like Mittens is just attack speed. But it's actually kind of interesting because it's actually kind of sad because Mittens is more for melee carries, and Snipers is like the opposite of melee carry. Melee wants to be up close and personal, and Snipers want to be as far away as possible. So Mittens is just an awkward fit. That's Lucky Paws, Kabuko 3, YBY hits and loss, Spark, Redemption. Usually you want like Dragon's Claw on Kabuko as well, but he made a Spark instead. I mean, Spark's fine. You can also put Spark on Kabuko or someone next to him.
对，
How old is Frodan? I'm 1 year older today.
而且他这装备也很好，他这边有鬼书，
Why did your baby not wait a bit to have the same birthday as you?
第的话
I don't think my baby wants to have the same birthday as me because then it feels like the date isn't about him. And I kind of want the day to be special.
还是很舒服的，他这个构筑。
整体羁绊非常不错。然后两个狙神也是两星。
Duelist Emblem, Gifts of the Fallen, Crash Test Dummies. Ooh. His Cho'Gath's in a really good position. He ended up putting in the top right corner, and then the Vow Instacast kind of caught the Duelist clump. And he also has the Caitlyn in the bottom left. He actually positioned this perfectly. Can we show replay? I want to see. I want to see the former champ. He's not the champ. He's the former champ.
已经开始在打钱了。
觉得
YBY
今天不知道这边晚上
SYQT. Blighting Jewel Morello. Really good on Morgana.
缺了一个链子。
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Cybernetic Uplink. Frozen, you're good. Thank you for the prime. Birthday Twins. Awesome. Frodan, are you a fan of Wuthering Waves? I don't
版本
think I know what that is.
也是有强度的。
Heavenly Crest, Heavenly Yone. It's probably just Heavenly Lee Sin. And then, does he want to go Kane as well? I think Heavenly Kane is fine if you get the Heavenly Crest. You kind of need to hit on, like, on curve. You don't really want to be hitting Kane 2 at the end of stage 4. You kind of need to hit him, like, early. But the good thing is he's usually uncontested. Usually uncontested.
海克斯，然后这种就看抽卡了。
Assuming that does anything. You know,
这边是玩到了幽魂。
how many guys believe, how many guys subscribe to the belief, all 3 costs?
全是三非一则的选秀。
I have a conspiracy theory that the bag sizes are actually broken. When I say broken, I mean like in the most like a game, like there's a bug with it. Like I think that it wouldn't surprise me if there was more bugs in the game about encounters and bag sizes than we know, that even Riot knows.
都过得比较好啊，除了实力
Like for example,
可能不知道
there's a period of time where you know the encounter. I think it's the Nico encounter where you would get a 3-star 1 cost, and everyone gets a 3-card 1 cost, right? You get like a random Darius 3 or random Ari 3 or random Cho'Gath 3, right? Like, and you would have it for a few fights. Apparently, that was pulling from the pool. Like those units would literally be taken out. So if you're playing like Kog'Maw reroll and someone gets a Kog'Maw 3, guess what? 9 Kog'Maws are out. So like, it wouldn't surprise me if there was more things like that in the game. And it's just messing with bag size and stuff like that. Like, I just have a conspiracy. I have no proof. I'm just going based off guys. But there's too many games where I'm uncontested and I'm just like not hitting. I understand that that's variance, but when it happens like a lot, I don't know. I guess it's just anecdotal evidence. I have a conspiracy theory that set 11 counters is like messing with the bag size like a lot.
他这个
Like a lot. I have no proof though. It's all just speculation.
用给击死了。
治疗法求立功，这波
Like I have a theory in the back of my mind that every encounter pulls a champion from the bag. Like we just saw Volibear encounter.
给到。
I have a stupid theory that that there's one less Volibear in the pool now because Volibear appeared in the middle of the carousel. When Lilia appears to randomize your augments, there's one less Lilia in the pool. I don't know. I just have like random theories like that.
经济一般般啊，7级30块。
Is that still the case? Allegedly, that's fixed. Who knows though?
青柔这边，青龙刀鬼书，
Probably the Irelia IE bug isn't obvious, but when you see the stats, you gotta think about it. Yeah. There's a lot of. I mean, that stuff always happens. That's bugged item interactions or augment things that always happen. Like we at this point,
启动的时候得
you kind of understand that there's gonna be with how many interactions there are in the game.
有的吧？得上
It's understandable that there's bugs, right? There's too many niche scenarios, too many items, too many augments, too many champions, and different ways to interact with it. And now encounters thrown in a different mix. Bugs happen. That's understandable. But in terms of the bag size thing, the bag size just feels bad. Like when you
但是
lose because you did the right thing, but you got punished or you didn't get rewarded for it, it just feels bad. Like playing uncontested
以后要启动了。
and not hitting anyways feels terrible this patch or this set rather.
把我的装备给塔姆，好像他应该是想赌一个给可库，我没赌到。
Ash Uni had a bug in Chunk's treasure with bag size. Wouldn't be surprised if there's some other weird underlying issue in the Gase game. Yeah, I mean, again, conspiracy theory. I don't have any proof, but
7级应该会抽卡。
if enough of us say it, it might be true. What I mean by that is, if enough of us have the same experience, maybe there's actually more truth to it than we think. Someone hit Wrath of the Moon as well as Umbral. This person has a +1 Umbral and Wrath of the Moon. It's kind of crazy. Insane combo right here. Confirmation bias? I know. I believe it. Trust me. No one is more aware of how stupid I sound than I am right now. But it's just a belief. Everyone has it. You know. Everyone has a conspiracy theory. If you're not, you're just not thinking enough. All right. I was like wondering what was going on. I couldn't hear the audio. I like hearing some of the Chinese casters get really hype if something hype happens. You know, the whole coach stream thing. Play off of other people's content. Gold tier augment again. What's the best way to find out all the things that are bugged in the game on the patch? I heard the Radiant Red Bow is bugged. Generally speaking, TFT Hub does a good job of it.
Happy birthday, Frodan. Loved the Go stream this weekend.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So if you go to a website, tfthub.com, there's a tab called Game Info, and they try to do the first thing in Game Info is bugs, and there's like a bunch of bugged interactions and stuff like that. So commonly reported bugs, they have a list of it, but in general, they also link you to More Dogs Discord. So, but the Discord can be hard to parse. But if you want to know like more bugs, usually the most commonly established and true bugs are tfthub.com. So I'm just closing all my extra windows that I have open. Patch rundown. Augment stats. Okay, cool. Anyways, thank you for all the best birthday wishes, people. Udyr encounter. Support item. Locket for duelist is really good. Attack speed is also something you can justify, but we have a lot of attack speed. I kind of always really want more attack speed for snipers, so I can always justify it. Both of those options are good. In fact, I'm actually curious. If you're ever looking for a way to look at the stats on that, so you can look up 4 Warden, 4 Sniper, like Ash. So you just apply filters like this. Then you go to items, and then you go Locket, Zeke's. And it looks like Zeke's is just better than Locket and Snipers. By a pretty decent margin, around same sample size. That's good to know. It's like usually, it's not always, but usually it's Zeke's over Locket. If you are a stat nerd. Now, that's not always the case, because sometimes the times we pick Locket is like if you have 0 frontline items. It's like early in the game, you have all offensive items and no frontline items. That's probably when you take a Locket. 6 duelist. 3 spatulas. 1 spatula on the Azir. Isn't that insane for the Umbral player? Is that the Umbral player? I think the Umbral player may have gotten the spatula on an Azir. Hope your wife was able to enjoy her first Mother's Day. It was great. Our first Mother's Day.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
It's great. My wife ends up crying a lot. Happy tears, because she's just like a new mom, and she's always like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm crying. It's all the hormones. I'm like, you don't have to apologize. But on Mother's Day was like the time I was like, you know what? Just cry all you want. It's all good. It's an emotional time. Horizon focus on Nautilus. Horizon focus Nautilus is actually really good because it chunks a big part of their HP. It's almost like Nautilus. Nautilus is almost like his own Dragon Lord / Tempest, right? He just like strikes the whole board and does a percentage of their damage or HP as damage. It's pretty good. Without the attack speed buff, obviously. Six bruiser. Wait, actually, hold on one second. 6 bruiser. Oh, it's Lucky Paws. Zyra Ghostly with Haunted House. That's why he took Trickster's Glass, because he wanted an extra copy of Ghostly to stack. Okay, I see you. Like I didn't have the vision, but now that we're here, I'm on board. Oh my god, the Udyr got to the back line. Sniper Udyr. Heavenly Yone? What patch is this? OC Tech, Heavenly Yone. He doesn't have Kane too, that's why he's playing Yone until he hits Kane. Anyways, Fishers, thank you. Happy birthday, Frodan. Hope you good one. Thank you, Rotors. What do you think of the 9 points for first? I think it's okay. Like, you don't really want to... There's two places where I think there's an acceptable point gap. I think it's second to first and fourth to fifth. I think those are fine. Like, acceptable. I also... Actually, there's the third one. I actually believe that there should be a point gap between 7 and 8. My personal opinion. I don't think you should get points just for showing up. I don't think you should get points if you decide to grief someone else's game. So I think I personally believe there should be a point gap between 7 and 8. But I don't know. Maybe that punishes low rolling too hard. Also, I think it's funnier if someone posts a 0 score on the day. Like if you go 8 to go donut. Like why do you get 5 or 6 points just for literally showing up? Nah, let them hold the embarrassment of a 0 point day. Ascension, heavy hitters, 6 bruiser, lucky paws, 11 HP. Can YBY win out? Third item for Silas. Maybe. The HP count's actually really close. 17 HP for 5th place and lower. Whoa. Lysandra 2. What is this board? Mythic Sniper. Oh, he's just playing Mythic Snipers. But like... Oh, whoa. 4 Porcelain, 4 Sniper? Okay. He's got Crash Test on me, so he makes up for his front line? Okay. Sniper, Horizon Focus, Nautilus.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Whoa. Okay, here we go. Nautilus eventually cast, right? He got Syrah good. Oh, did you see how much damage he did to the Silas? It chunked him. YBY's dead. He went 8th. Oh. Never mind. It's not a win out. It's not a win out. It's not a win out. That was, yeah. Sorry, thank you for the 3. Thoughts on qualifier points just being overall points from cups alongside a bit of extra for final lobbies? Don't they get qualifier points for snapshots, or am I wrong on that front? I thought people get qualifier points as well from ladder.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Double Heavenly Emblem. You went Heavenly, Kane 2, stuck on Lee Sin 1, 2 duelist players. Tamura, no! Wait a second. Kane wins these. Kane wins these. Ooh! Oh my. That's a Kiana 2. That's a Kiana 2. Come on, man. Kiana 2 is that broken? 0. Wait, not 0 combat. It was the other way around because Little Buddies was on Tamura's side. Okay, thank you for the tier 1. Which tattoo does Rereplay have? He has tattoo of Bombardment. That's the one that says based on your every 3rd attack, you deal an extra damage based off your AD. By the way, if you guys know spoilers, please no spoiler Renos. Please no spoiler Renos. Okay, item remove 3 Shen 3. Okay. Shen 3. Does anyone know, does Suspicious Trenchcoat also work with stacking Ghostly or no? If you get Suspicious Trenchcoat, is it 3 more instances of Ghostly or no? Because Guan took Trickster's Glass for the extra Ghostly stack, and I'm kind of going back and circling the other direction. Is also 3 Suspicious Trenchcoat stacking Ghostly even better because it gives you more? It does? Okay. You replay lost. No. At least outplace EU. Cien is about to go 1, 2, 3. Oh god. Cien's about to go 1, 2, 3, 4 in this lobby. At least outplace EU. Come on, replay. We can't lose to Cambiz. I mean, Cambiz is a great player, but we can't go sixth here.
然后他这个其实被弯道超车了，因为蔡文
The answer is always the same with interactions. Maybe. Yeah, exactly. The answer is maybe. Redemption Nautilus. No, he got casted by. Oh, we got Lissandra. Oh, he casted.
是把技能放出来。
Please, please, please.
看残局
We're playing.
一个打俩，
Oh my.
但是 Cambiz
EU sixth, America's fifth. Stay free. Free you. Free MEA. All right. Well, I mean, he's okay. We can go fifth now. It's fine.
轻柔这边是能上9了。
而且他刚刚其实
3-star Yorick.
的话，他会
Four Invoker, 3 Exalted.
他不拿这个饮血，
Exalted Alune.
对
Wait, he got 2 Umbral Emblems. Oh, right, because he got the Azir off Carousel with the Spat.
转职多他居然能开尊者。
Oh, kind of a beastly board.
夜游的尊者是收益很高的。
Rereplay is a fraud, but Cambiz is a bigger fraud. Wow.
找到下一张
What? We have some Cambiz haters in my chat.
两星奥文放上去，偷偷吗？偷偷奥文，
应该是偷偷。
哎，偷的不错。
对他这边，而且是一个行家里手。
I thought people from EU love Cambiz.
有点危险了。
Mythic Emblem, Mythic Amumu plus Faded Lissandra with a link to set.
打塞拉斯，
He cooked, man. He cooked. What, I mean, yeah, he played 4 Warden 4 Sniper, but like the way he built it was a very interesting board. He played like Nico frontline with Mythic for like a while in the mid game and then transitioned into Sniper eventually.
那赢了，
He also has no Rageblade Ash.
可以。
Look at this. This dude is playing like Trash to Treasure Ash, Sniper's Focus, Mittens Deathblade.
Rereplay 还
那那边赢了。很激烈，现在还真不好说。
现在容错最高的还是关少爷，
又来了一个。
Janet items.
这边战文玉这边是缺装备的。
关少爷。
I mean, Mittens is an attack speed item, but
偷偷
怎么说？就他哦，不要偷偷，那偷偷肯定要
how much attack speed is that? Apparently it's enough. Apparently it's enough. At least to potentially top 4. Replay 1, he hung in there.
差个左一吗
TG for the Aatrox, I like it.
不给风男了。
这里有机会抽个沙皇吗？
Oh, we took... Wait, what? Oh, we took Gauge for the Yorick. Okay, as the HP. I was like, what do we... don't we want to have like an item for Azir? But he was going for a 3rd Yorick item.
犹豫要上人口，所以这个
Oh, this is a bad matchup, I think. I feel like the Ghostly...
他应该就数量少。
The Ghostly stacks and just like kind of crits us. But maybe... Oh, Size on the back line. Hold on. Size on the back line.
幽魂这边
Size on the back line.
够不够？
No!
哎，这边缺伤害了。
对。
两星拉不。
Damn.
被吸死了，看看
Replay! Oh, this guy, -11, -9, -5.
文玉加上轻柔都
It's a CN 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, man. You know, not looking good for the rest of the world. We just got cleared.
这两个阵容
Oh, man.
感觉
Happy birthday. Thank you. Is the Shen damage reduction multiplicative or additive? I believe it is multiplicative. You mean if you have 2 Shens on the board?
换个别的好一点。三色节没什么
In general, damage reduction usually stacks multiplicative and not additive.
对位。
Which might sound like it's better, but it's
这
not.
边还有提升，就是两星的泰坦，但是他这个泰坦没抽到，就比较尴尬。
Instead of if you have 40% damage reduction and you get 30 and you have another thing that gives like 20% damage reduction, it's not 60.
小鹿这个球，
哎呦，很极限，我刚刚他的杰拉好像快死了。
幽魂
又来个幽魂转，这不应该是拿幽魂转吧？幽魂转。
Ghostly emblem? Nah.
拿天降，这边拿幽魂。
Oh, they took each other.
大家都
Oh no, Guan is the ghostly player.
这种法系这种
He's gonna get. Can he squeeze an exalted? He has Shen,
影响什么波干纳力量
Nautilus.
这样的话，皎月是可以下，皎月下了之后变成6幽魂。
Maybe. I think he can squeeze. He could potentially squeeze an
这
exalted.
个幽魂
这边两星猴子了。
Ghostly on Zoe.
没抽到，
Okay, he went 6 ghostly. Looks like he teched in Kane.
抽不到。
I don't know what he took out. He did it so fast.
十月晴天这边已经没有了。幽魂
Sage Lilia versus 6 ghostly.
放得更快。
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
谁今天把个电脑莫甘娜放中间？
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
这边莫甘娜
Hexagraph and Panny.
小鹿伤害也是挺爆的。
Hey Panny, congratulations. Hey chat, can we congratulate Panny Andrew on the on an epic run this past weekend,
变了，
proving that TikTok brain can work in TFT.
足以越高的一个羁绊。
I mean, your attention span is 30 seconds or less,
Man,
but
I'm getting
TFT
more
games last
dogged
30
again.
minutes.
胜局
Happy birthday, name
这
twin.
边
Sibness, thank you, buddy.
很尴尬，他又想
Does damage reduction work on true damage? It does not. True damage bypasses everything. It bypasses resistances. It bypasses damage reduction.
很多个，
That's partially why true damage is hard to balance. Because if you do too much true damage, it gets out of. There's just very little counterplay. The counterplay of damage reduction is just flat HP. It's like bruisers. If you have if there's a unit that ever deals too much true damage, like Shen,
怎么说？
with his hero augment, the counter to it is just a ton of HP.
恭喜关少爷，在
Man, Ghostly
发国际交易
Zyra.
A 组里面
You know, there are some people who are hating. There are some people who are hating on
但是他大一启用怕被
on this board, saying that Zyra's a fraud and it's really about Zoe. Like Zoe 3 is like what helps you win, but he played it really well. Also, he took Trickster's class instead of Suspicious Trench Coat, which I was skeptical at first, and I saw the line.
是选择敲了一下，
Well done, well done.
出一个
秒了吗？
大成对方这个莉莉娅的情况之下，
If people are wondering where's Flancy, where's Huanmei, they're casting. They didn't qualify.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
产生，然后
Thanks for a great place to chill.
Hey, no problem.
Keep up the great work.
If you're wondering like who are these random St. Jay-Z, thank you. If you're like wondering like who are these random ass Chinese players, these are the best performing Chinese players this set. They had the best players internationally, like Rereplay who won set 8 Worlds, Malala who won set 10, Ditso from NA, right? And then from EMEA they have Solo Gosong, Canbiz, from YBY from APAC. They have all these great players internationally. Title from Japan. And then China, they have a couple people perform well in the past, but most of the people are just the best performing people in set 11. So if you're watching these players now, and you're like, I don't know these Chinese players, these are the best performing people right now. AKA, these are the people you might be seeing at Worlds this set from China.
这位 set 8的
So just keep that in mind. They qualified to be here.
我们来看一下大家的这个勋章是怎么样的。
Oh my god, Wandering Sentinels game 2? No. Wandering Sentinels game 2? Yikes.
死神神域可以联系到夜游，
Here we go.
这个很不错啊。天龙圣贤
天龙圣贤加护卫，这个是不错的。
啊，这个适合玩这个决斗。
这个玩很多都可以。
吉星
Why Tricksters over Trenchcoat? Because of Ghostly procs. Ghostly procs.
这个最理想的胡的情况就是开局直接给你发吉星出来，那你就直接
Ghostly, Fortune, and Duelist.
但你只要能够熬住，等个250
对，
层
虽
，OK。
然说削了，但是你有2个转职，肯定还是这二。
Guess what Rereplay is gonna play? Duelists.
对，可以再看一下其他选手的转职情况。死神
Oh, wait. He's playing Porcelain. Oh, never mind. I thought that was Rereplay on our screen. Porcelain Reaper and Altruist. Yikes. Actually, you know, I think Porcelain is back to being a little bit underrated. If you can get +1 Porcelain, 6 Porcelain is still really good.
山海神域，
And the chain and the dummy can actually do a lot of work. I actually think I would try to play around Porcelain in this game if possible.
强化，我们来看一下银局，节外生枝是加强过的。节外生枝现在
And if these is just generically good tempo.
这边
Wait a second. Is he about to take item grab bag?
但也能拿。
Hold on. Whoa. Slow down, you guys. You guys are skipping past everybody's augment choice. Whoa, hey.
3刷，感觉3可能好一点。
Is that Bebe on the Sea and Observer? Oh, find vintage? Yo. Okay, Reeve. Okay, find vintage on this portal on this setup.
可能会考虑
Okay, 4 Reaper,
刀面里边去。
Yone,
这边的话是决斗了。
Yone Kane find vintage. I can see it.
决斗加神盾，神盾的决斗也是。
Wait, what is this? Duelist plus free Ink Shadow. You just play Jax Volibear in the mid game, and you get 3 Ink Shadow.
感觉唯一好一点的可能就是那个山海加神域，
Okay.
天龙加圣贤，这2个是比较不错。
Average EMEA 2-1 start.
啊，就是你得费1到2个。
对，
Warden, Dragon Lord. Okay. All right, man. Dragon Lord Sage. That sounds insane. You just tech into Diana and you just get like infinite team support stats. Sounds good. Mythic Invoker.
这很容易坐牢，这真的很容易坐牢。说实话，就是可能有。
Man, how come I never get this? I usually get the replay Sentinel. Like, what is that? This guy just gets Mythic Invoker and a Warden. So he just texts into Nautilus and the Lilia. Oh my, all right.
小局有的人是老局，
就尤其是那个，尤其是吉星没削的时候呀，这个选这个就基本上没法这个踢吉星的，然后吉星就等于吃了。
对，
那是真第二，现在还好一点，现在吉星削了之后，可能踢吉星很容易玩着玩着。
Yone Riven reroll.
现在一般
Dude, nobody's doing Yone Riven reroll. Come on, man.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Do you think we should give each player a time chip like poker to extend their think time by 15 seconds? Nah, that would hold up the game. Because if every person is like, let's say one of these 8 players extended by 10 seconds, then everybody has to wait, and you multiply that across 8. Like, it's just still too much. Also, another way you can think about it is time pressure is something to consider, and it's a resource you have to manage. Like, don't take salvage bin if you can't really do big transitions quickly, or rather, if you do, you accept the risk of messing up a transition turn, because salvage bin is so hard to play. Salvage bin is so hard to play. So I would say that giving people more time to do things is going to slow down the game pace too much. Duplicators. That's really good for anybody that wants to reroll. Hey, maybe good for the Reaper player. Replay. Yone 2 instantly. Pyro Sigma, thank you for the prime. Warden is kind of whatever since you want to play Alawi anyways. Maybe. But the thing is, like, but you forgot one important thing. The dummy is a Warden. So the dummy itself gives you more frontline than usual because it is a Warden. So the dummy has damage reduction, and the Sentinel scales with stage, so it gets more HP over time. So like, it just gives you a ton more frontline for free, and you can actually be way more stable on what should be a more fraudulent board. Wait, he does have Yone 2. Okay, Yone 2, fine vintage. Replay. Oh, wait, BT. 4 Reaper this. Okay, surely Yone doesn't lose the next 2 fights. Oh no, he's going. Oh god, he lost by 3 units. I mean, he's playing fine vintage. He's playing fine vintage. But oh man, that was so bad. I mean, to be fair, his opponent had a Keanu 1. To be fair. Whoa, components. That's really good. That's really good. Bow or vest? Oh, sword. Edge of Night. Does he want Edge of Night? Redemption. Maybe he saves Bell for anti-heal and he tiers something else. Yeah, that's probably what he's thinking about. Pandora's and he gets 2 components, but he slams red buff. Oh wait, never mind. This guy had Kiana 2. Oh no, this is a different player. Wait, was it Kiana 2? If you lost to Kiana 2, that's entirely understandable. He lost to Volibear 1. Okay, come on. He didn't lose to Volibear 1 Darius when he lost to Kiana. When you lose to Duelist, you lose to Kiana right now a lot of times in the mid game. Listen, man, I'm all for hyperbole and TFT, but he didn't lose to Volibear Darius. I mean, he technically did, but he didn't. Yone won a fight? I know. First time for everything. Brand new sentence. What's the best way to see the history of competitive TFT? I'm curious about past winners and power different regions, but there's so many tournaments, it's kind of hard to follow. In the past, there was a website called protft.com, but the person that was maintaining it quit this set because they just said it was too much upkeep, and there's, you know, there's just too much. But there was that website used to be good for it. Last Whisper Ari. Porcelain Warden Behemoth. Pretty good for Ashe. He might play the Ashe setup. Yeah, he made Rageblade and Last Whisper. Is this live or it's a VOD? It's a VOD. This happened like a couple hours ago. They asked me to live co-stream it, but that's too much, man. I can't live co-stream at like from midnight till like 8 a.m. Literally like the worst possible hours to do it. 3 a.m. Yone 2? I'm really curious what Rereplay plays as this game. Happy birthday, thank you, Nick Nack. Rereplay played about 12 hours ago. It was like 11, but yeah. I mean, tomato, tomato. Tomato, tomato. Actually, no one pronounces it tomato. Mosher, Mosher. Recombab, 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 Recombab.
这边是6血豆芽。哦，选了午餐钱。
Come on, man.
他这个确实可以选午餐钱，装备全给。
That was 2 Lee Sins. That was 2 Lee Sins. Yeah, he has Volibear and Tristana.
最完美的。
Did you guys decide a name on? Oh yeah, our baby's name is Levi.
是吧？看ZhanWenYu那边有没有地卡。
My wife didn't approve Leviticus, so she's you know, leave. We'll settle for Levi.
他精挑细选的谁呀？
A joke, by the way. We weren't actually considering doing that. Didn't name him Wrangler because he's not bad to the bone. Yeah, sure.
别1、2、3、10。
After the chess dude. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we named him after a chess influencer. Yep. Because we're that big fan of the London. Exactly. Find vintage duelists. Well done, Gambis. Well done. Well done. Average EMEA spot at 3-2. Average EMEA spot at 3-2.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Well, he did just get 6-0'd, so...
Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Frodan. Thank you for keeping the TFT competitive scene exciting.
Rock hard buff cowboy. Thank you for the 5 months. And thank you. Hope you're enjoying your time on Ram Ranch. What's the reasoning behind Leviticus? The book is boring as... No, it was just a joke because people are like, Levi, is that short for anything? I'm like, no. It's just a 4-letter name. You named him after the Attack on Titan guy. You know what? Sure. Okay. Okay. The funny thing is, we can say no, but oh, here comes Latent Forge. Unending Despair, probably. Oh, Horizon Focus. Oh, for Nautilus. Yeah. Nautilus Horizon Focus is really good. But his middle name is also Falco. And so his name is Levi Falco. And
Man, I'm getting
the
more
funny
dogged
thing
again.
is, those are 2
Happy
characters
birthday.
in Attack on Titan. Also, what is this? 2 Lee Sins on 6? Replay just gets 2 Lee Sins just like that? Re, thank you for the 10 months. Does he have blue hair too? What, my son? He better. Otherwise, me and my wife are gonna have some hard conversations soon. Frodan's kid reading chapter 120. Yeah, like he's gonna one day be like, wait, I have 2 names from Attack on Titan, and I'm like, and he's not gonna believe us. We're gonna be like, man, it's not because of it. And he's like, that's not true. In fact, during our baby moon, we watched all of Attack on Titan during the baby moon. It's not, but I'm telling you, it's not. It's just a coincidence. It's just a coincidence. Just like when you roll down 60 gold at level 8 and you don't hit, that's just a coincidence. Uncontested. It's just sometimes it'd be that way, you know. Pandora's lunch money. And to lose 2 out of the next 3, or actually 2, he won 2 of his 4. So find vintage, Lockets, duelists. He won the game. This guy won the game. This guy won the game. Moonstone Renewer. He won the game. I don't really think there's anything that could beat like a fully decked out good duelist board that isn't just like straight up like a 3-star 4 cost or like Exodia Fast 9 or like a crazy insane exalted setup. Like Find Vintage Duelist caps so high. It's so hard to deal with. We believe you. Thank you.
输出装、电刀，包括这个肉装全部都有，但是好像质量也不是很高，还是异性的是。
打对面ZhanWenYu来说的话，
What if he wants green hair?
得住吗？泰坦这个大
Well, I mean, it actually works out pretty nicely because my wife has orange hair.
可能能换快，
So, like, we're like,
一倍星的拉锁头了。
we got 3/5 of the Power Rangers squared away. Actually, orange, blue, and green. Isn't that the Powerpuff Girls? And you know what? It's okay. We make a good trio.
变数又大了，
He can be Buttercup,
刷彩了。
Prismatic.
50%的概率，
看看这边，
大家都在猛刷。
哎，来个混沌召唤怎么说？
可以
Candice 那边又有决斗转。
Candice 这边还在犹豫，最终应该是
I'm trying to see if there's any crazy. But someone got a Story Weaver and Ghostly.
给了个
Oh wait, that's the Ghostly reroll. That's the Ghostly reroll.
Tamara 在考虑，手里是幽魂的底
He
色
took Pick of the Litter into Zoe into Ghostly.
幽魂转，剑魔两星，7级，
This won the game last game, by the way. This won the game. So Zoe reroll Ghostly.
还都没二，他带着肉装的主坦，所以就很尬。
Does anybody else kind of have like a lady boner for Tamura? This guy is so good looking. Look at that hairline and jaw, man.
他带着肉装的主坦，所以就很尬。
这边的话是
Like OCE might not be winning worlds, but maybe they win our
他这
hearts.
个就是变，哇，他真的玩 Rereplay，感觉这把
Bryce is Mojo Jojo. What? Isn't he is Mojo Jojo the villain in Powerpuff Girls or no?
主要他这个血量一定是能够坚持到
What are you looking for in Find Vintage Duelist? That's a good question. You know, if only there was like a website that like helped you with that.
这个查理了。
Does anybody know anything?
优势有点太大了。
Any good websites?
虽然这边也是在冒火，
YBY 这边是选择到了新人入队，但是这个大复制器还没有用，因为毕竟
Wait, there's one right here. TSIacademy.com? Wait,
Man, I'm
Duelist?
getting more dogged again.
Second best com in the game behind Story
Happy
Weaver
birthday,
Champion?
Danpog.
换一个一费的决斗。
Well, find vintage equals stack defense like Locket and Moonstone and play one carry with items? Whoa.
这样不用做点抗。
Wait, is there like a video guide on this or something like that? YouTube.com/FrodanTV?
如果能够抽到
One of the most fun.
2
Oh, wait. How to one trick duelist to challenger featuring bozo skills.
质量组的很不错。
Hey, Malala, thank you for 7 months. Speaking of
伤
bozos.
害的话还是不够啊，伤害不够。
再炸一下，好被踹了一脚。
Actually, yeah, sorry to be so facetious about it. I made an entire duelist one trick guide.
手这边其实他的这个经济算是比较不错的，他3阶段是10。
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
是的，
Happy birthday.
能不能拿到这个沙皇？
Thank you, Dot.
沙皇被抢走了。
怎么说？把他们的刀被抢走吧。
This guide is like 95% accurate. I even do to answer your question. I even do find vintage tier list with it. Let me see.
他肯定
Where
是
is
伤
it?
害。
一定是伤害。
The X Factor positioning, exalted. Here we go. Here we go. Find vintage. This is the ideal setup. I lay it all out. This is actually a good ass guide. I'm not to self glaze, but this is a good guide
太大了。
on how to one trick stuff. And also, I specifically consulted 2 people. I considered this dude, this bozo skills guy,
他是选秀拿了张刀妹，
who one tricked it to 1500 LP. In fact, I think he's playing ladder right now and probably playing duelists
决
again.
斗很容易有这种问题，
Yeah.
反而决斗出差一点。
他是配出来一个墨之影，那这样的话也是多一个墨纹。
Happy birthday, thank you guys. Why is Find Vintage so good specifically for duelists? Because Find Vintage can't miss on support
加
items.
一个武器，
啊，武器这武器还能开个护卫，那还真
Tell me an item that is bad for duelists besides like Q cone.
但是
毕竟你多一个装备嘛。对，不要白
You can't.
然后这边的话
You can almost justify anything.
4-6的奇遇，我们来看一下是什么。
Moonstone, that's like the best one.
看到
Moonstone with lockets. Spite's actually decent in duelists because Spite does a 2 hex radius. And guess what? Duelists are all melee champions. The only ones that's like ranged are Tristana and Irelia, unless you play like another range you in the back, like Sirocco or something like that. I don't know, Morgana.
两星泰坦，
Spite's actually like the one comp that Spite actually is good in is duelists.
可惜就是后排
You can't actually miss with support items. So Find Vintage is just like super good, and they also capitalize on some of the niche ones like Knight's Vow, Banshee's Veil.
拼的还不错，但是这个后排的输出啊，
Okay, Gem sucks. And no one said Gem, but Gem is like the actually Yellow Mamba
一
did.
波就很难受了。
Gem sucks, but you can't really miss with
维持这个8连胜进去的话还是挺舒服。
like how do you miss with Find Vintage and Duelist?
新的啦，
That's partially why stationary support is so good. That's also another reason why support cash is really good in Duelist.
倒了，这边还
Although you don't really want support cash because that means you're not taking keepers, you're not taking
战五刀被拒了，
unified resistance, things like that. So ideally, you're not taking support cash,
应该也是没办法，
but
因为现在
if you have to, because your options are like
用的资费卡基本上可以
some other trash, like cybernetic uplink, then yeah, just take support
而
cash.
且也得要最好得要转职，转职基本上也只能被迫去玩。
Emily just went double Nice Vow Spite into 8th. Okay, you're not supposed to take double Nice Vow. She didn't follow the guide. She didn't follow the guide.
天降还在留着，
She needed to check out tftacademy.com. Honestly, I'm down for you guys to spam it. If she needs free LP, just check out the guide.
哦，他这边3一怼2星加里奥，那还是不错的，而且血量也
再定牌这个剑魔，
5 Ghostly, kind of awkward. That's the awkward thing about Ghostly, is that +1 Ghostly doesn't even give you 6 Ghostly. You kind of have to replace another unit at 8. If you're stuck on 7, +1 Ghostly only gives you 5 Ghostly. That's what makes it a little bit awkward.
一米俩伤害很缺，2星的话
But in this portal, when you get Wandering Sentinels and you get +1 Ghostly, it's probably better because you go from 4 to 6.
我应该没看错吧？
Also, 7 Mythic, 6 Invoker. That's just the board.
这场海绵有点氪，
能不能再甩一个技能出来？甩到后排去了，秒掉了。
And we lose? Amumu wins these. Amumu wins these. Cry, 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 Amumu. Oh. Wait a second. You know, YBY is about to go 8-8.
现在北一波都很
He just went 8th with Lucky Paws.
相差不大。
对的，
Okay. Who knows the tech? Who knows the tech? Okay, how many of these people...
再摸鱼。
How many people these people know the tech on how to get the orbs? How many people know how to get the orbs? I'm gonna sit here and judge every one of you. How many of you are min-maxers?
越来越多，你看看那个 Rereplay，对啊，
人 play 是不嫌多的，
3, 0 based on the pinging. I mean, you don't have to ping. You just have to memorize where you are. What? Only 2 people, CanBiz and ZhanWenYu. Everyone else missed. And it was gold. It was gold. That it might help make them interest thresh points.
人 play
The threshold, the threshold break points. Oh my god.
天降转的话，还是玩不到底。 这边也是
It's okay. Replay doesn't even need the gold. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't know where his starting position is for the Tom Kench value, but
决斗都多装备
he's outplacing CanBiz again.
香拉都在参战，
CN can go 1, 2, 3, 4, but as long as we don't lose the EU, I'm good.
另外2家都是古董的，所以说他这个就很难受了。
人
而且他
家是在
盲塞也不二，
人家
Dude, what are these items? Oh, he has.
小伙
No,
伴
he doesn't. He doesn't have. I thought this was like component buff. Dude, his item. Shojin Deathcap JG, Shojin Deathcap Nasher, Shojin Shiv. He has no item fixing. How is this possible? This guy has like perfect items.
关少爷
This guy got like 6 rods and 3 tears and 3 swords and like a bow.
科技上海滨这边也是站稳
What
玉，
the heck?
派一下阵来
不，过还好，站稳玉存了点钱，他能上9，还行，
What was Rereplay playing? He was playing Fine Vintage Reapers,
节奏太多了
不是很。大呀。
Duelists.
这边
Eight-
还在给
He got Duelist Crown. He has 8 Duelists Fine Vintage
真的太多了，只要你
with Tattoo of Fury. That's actually a good one. That's actually a good one.
影响很大。
2星
I think some Tattoo of Bombardment might have been better. Actually,
递出来的，刚刚就有2张。
I don't.
那很幸运啊。
I don't know if Tattoo of Toxin would be better for duelists. Because then you go Tattoo of Toxin onto Irelia.
呃，
That sounds really good.
整体质量还不错，泰坦也能够就位啊，一会儿。况且他这个血量还有一波的容易。
Not an 8th for YBY. 6 Ghostly Zoe. Man, this board is too cool. Let's go, Tamura. Does running on the puddles give prizes? Yeah, that's an encounter for this set. Basically, in that encounter, it's a mini game of how many puddles you can collect to fish.
其他的应该都是
Another Ghostly emblem. 8 Ghostly. Oh, 8 Ghostly. Tamura? 8 Ghostly?
他在犹豫。
Yeah. I mean, 8 Ghostly is getting buffed, but it doesn't mean that it's unplayable right now.
但是有转职就可以开6，所以说应该会拿的。
I can see it.
他已经有幽魂哦，他已经有一个转职，他是个幽魂彩，我记得。
对
那他可能会开8幽
八
魂吧。
优，
他有人口吗？
看看他能
哦，
不能
他没有人口，他没有人。
Did you guys know that I had the same birthday as Voidson? He just wished me happy birthday. He said we had the same birthday. It's amazing.
可以多开点羁绊。
So if you guys wish me happy birthday, you should go wish Phil happy birthday as well.
局被淘汰成为第8，那这样的话是拿到了一个10分。
6 Porcelain, 4 Warden. Lysandra 2. Nautilus 2 with Porcelain Emblem, Horizon Focus. Like, this board looks great.
YBY 也是，哎呦2星
He even has Gunblade Ash, which is really good in the Porcelain setup. Like, there's no way this bot 4s.
大布置器帮了他一下。
Okay, but this is also Wandering Sentinel where like everyone has crazy boards. So if there's a board that if there's a time where this board can't top four, it's this portal. No, let's cast it twice. It doesn't matter though because he has banshees. Find vintage duelists. Find vintage duelists. Oh my god, he almost got find vintage duelists. Oh man, that's crazy. That was so close. Okay, we go to 9 and then we drop what? Or not, sorry, not drop. We play what? A Cho'Gath? He has Mythic and Behemoth he can add in. SYQT, Dedge. Syndra board went 7th. Happy birthday, thank you guys. Thank you. I'm surprised this board looks or is so low HP, but these boards in this lobbies are so insane. The fact that YBY's board might bot 4 is nuts to me. 6 porcelain set up with that is ridiculous. ZhanWenYu falling off really hard. No combat augments. YBY lost. Can we look at replay? I want to see if this guy I want to see what this guy's cooking. I want to see what this guy's cooking. Meanwhile, 4 Dragon Lord, 4 Warden, 3 Sage. Is Lily a Sage with 4 Warden? Okay. I feel like everyone in this lobby has Nautilus too. Like no one missed Nautilus. Is there any better Sentinel for Mythic, Invoker, Warden? Probably something better than Warden. Like you could probably play like maybe some kind of really good support trait like Sage or Dragon Lord, something like that. Heavenly. Because Warden's kind of selfish, so if you get a team-wide buff, it's really, really good. This is YBY's last stand. Dude, if YBY goes 8-6 to start off today, there's only 5 games. I think he's in big-time trouble. Oh, he is in trouble. Oh, he is dead. Oh my god, what is that? This Ashe can't kill anything. Never mind. Remember I said I would play around 6 porcelain? YBY did the same thing and he went 6th. Yikes. Also, what is that picture of YBY? I'm pretty sure that's like a picture from years ago. Kind of like how we use pictures of Robin with blonde hair in some of his images. Like do you guys remember when Robin dyed his hair? Some tournaments still use pictures of that. Like if you look up Robin songs TFT on image search, it shows up this it shows up this picture of Robin. This is the second image of Robin. This is not what it looks like at all, man. Anyways, that's like what I saw in YBY's picture. It's like a really old picture of him. He doesn't look like that at all. I went to his stream. I was like, is this the same guy? The dude had a glow up. What does APAC mean? Asia Pacific. Asia Pacific. 10 mythic.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Wait a second. Canvas died. He went 4th with Find Vintage Duelist, 8 with +1 Duelist. That's insanity. He had keepers. He had keepers, +1 Duelist, and Find Vintage, and he hit all of his items. Savage, I think for the prime. That's wild. That just shows you how crazy this lobby is. I don't even think he played that badly. I looked at it. All setup looked fine. I think the lobby just caps that high on Wandering Sentinels. Oh, he's Lee 1? Okay, that makes sense. But like, I mean, 10 Mythic is insane. They buffed 10 Mythic. Or they buffed Mythic in general. I don't remember if they buffed 10 Mythic specifically. And this guy just had infinite tempo because his Wandering Trainer was insane, so he just hit like basic synergies and was like able to fast 9. He fast 9 on Lily at 1. That's how good his dummy was. Replay.
古典经济什么的也算挺好。
Hold on, what is he using? Does he have any porcelain units? I don't see any. Does he have any Reaper units? I don't see any. Does he have any altruists? He has a Rakan.
他看了一下旁边
Ah, I see, I see. He saw altruist. He saw Rakan duelists.
他这个也没办法，其实已经很棒了，对吧？
已经很强了。那
毕竟前2都是
Perfect items as well.
那战文玉的话也是继上一把之后，再一次在第2局面挺进到了前4，应该是2把第3，我记得没错的话，其实也算是一个比较不错的名次。
Replay first in this lobby. I'm down. I don't know if he's gonna be able to beat 10 Mythic though.
这边怎么挣扎一下？
10 Mythic is just like a pure like. Do you have enough damage to like? I have so much HP and stats, like way too much stats.
这个质量的13海应该3星盲
There's nothing part any. Oh, and we have Jewel Lotus 3. Holy cow! Because we have so much base stats that the crit is gonna be nutty on this. Oh man, I don't know.
控制的，那这边又踩住
The only saving grace is that our items aren't that amazing for Chingro, but
还有个
Lee Sin.
哎，进到后排来了。
Hold on, Lee Sin moment.
有一个盲僧，你又能改变什么呢？
Oh, okay. It's looking doomed.
对于 Rereplay
Unless he hits Irelia, maybe it's like an Irelia 2 thing.
尝试去翻盘，
He's duplicating Irelia to stop Rereplay from hitting Irelia.
这个盲僧以及刀妹是彻底要
Is he gonna go level 10?
盘希望。
Also, we took Overwhelming Force, and then
盲僧卖掉了好像。
有什么翻盘点吗？
we took Overwhelming Force, and then we find Vintage the IE, and then we put Deathblade on Irelia. Oh,
变
okay,
太难了，
cute.
确实，
That's a cute play.
可变魔术他也变不出来啊。
对他来说
他应该还是要哦，他
他补上
拉人手了。
10，
He leveled.
再补一
He's gonna stay on Irelia 1. Oh, rolled and hit Irelia pair.
那没钱抽2星刀妹啊，2星刀妹出不来，他只能补。
Double Irelia. I'm actually down. The other option you could do is go for like a Udyr. Oh, skips it.
好，
He leveled for Malphite.
啊，莫菲特在这个雕纹魔像面前像个小。
Isn't that like 8 armor and MR?
好，那这把13海打对面还没有2星的这个刀妹的决斗，应该也不会有太多的悬念。
You know what? I'm down for him to win anyways. Wait, this Cho'Gath is soloing our Irelia.
伊利亚的这个技能放下去，
Wait a second. Oh, never mind. I thought we were killing more units.
是成功的利
You
用。
know, I don't think Malphite 1 was that impactful. But
恭喜新手，
maybe he doesn't win anyways because 10 Mythic is too good.
这位来自 JOC 的选手，对吧？作为
I don't think it probably didn't matter. It probably didn't matter.
在第2局，在这个竞争这么激烈的 A 组里面，面对那么多对
Do we have the end game screen? Let me see. Usually they have
当时立
they do. Usually they do the stats or like the scoreboard.
不可求的，对吧？8级来到的这个2星会以及补出来的2星莉莉娅，包括说选秀的铲子以及后面奇遇给到的这个塔姆的奖。
Nope, that's it.
他在后面
They only have the standings.
9级之后，不费特别大功夫的情况之下呢，凑齐了
Where's my end lobby screens? I want to be able to copy paste that.
其实最后的时候，我们也尝试去
Okay, currently in points, replay top 4. You love to see it.
尝试去追，
YBY with a really bad start. It's 4 points. They only play 5 games.
他是选择让我们经
Okay, do you guys think 5 games is like that bad? I feel like 5 games is not actually as bad of variance sample size as people make it out to be, even though 6 is better.
14分，目前是暂居 A 组榜首。
6 is indeed better.
特别就是出乎意料的。
是的，阵容大差不差。然后今天的话也是会给大家带来 A、B 2组的比赛。明天的话会
Yeah, they're going to game next game
其实
soon.
是可以稍微的展望一下即将到来的下半场组啊，因为其中的选手包括说这个之前世界赛没有出场过的这个 title。
All right, here we go. Game number 3.
他必定是在此前云岭之弈的世界赛里面拿到过非常不错的一个成绩。所以也
How about 7 games? 7 games is like too
不
long.
一样的这个理解。
It's like too long.
好，那我们也聊了非常的多。A 组的第3局比赛已经到来，猜会不会被揉到呢？英雄大会。
Oh, replay was looking for 4 Dragon Lord. That makes. I mean, another Irelia doesn't really matter.
自己想要的棋子，尤其是当你玩决斗的
He had Wukong pair. It also didn't matter. He was just roll. I mean, I think
跟决斗就比较热。
I think he had a higher chance of succeeding with rolling and going for Irelia 2, but
这版本
I think he loses either way.
很多呀，尤其在国服，在国服决斗基本上不可能独家。
这个你像去玩决斗的话，包有这个盲僧的呀，包有刀妹的呀。
对对，决斗就是比较。
I feel like 5 in this format seems fine. You're with the same players the whole time, so there's less variance on lobby strength. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that being the case.
而且过渡也比较平滑。
like 5 in the same lobby, so you're playing 5 games, like sure, and you're playing top half cut, like that's probably fine.
也是稳定的加料加刀妹。
Skipping Cho'Gath pair.
前期的话要多少去要留一下那个专属强化的棋子哦。
You only argue for bad if you go 88785. The Goobums. 88785. My man posted an entire zip code.
英雄大会的话，幽魂就不是。
Are we watching Lobby B? That is the plan, to watch Lobby A and Lobby B. And then tomorrow, every day afterwards, I think I'm gonna do less. Today is a little bit of a longer stream.
远射。
Today's a little bit of a longer stream. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm probably gonna do shorter streams.
选完海克斯之前要先把怪给上好。
对。
对，选完海克就是它是可以调整上怪来控这个怪的，但是在金铲铲是不可以的，在金铲铲是野怪就得上好。
对，要控这个英雄大会，这样的话会更早的成型嘛，前期的过渡。汤姆尔这边是有猪猪冠，有
Lucky Ricochet, top left.
最终是拿了
选了
魔
魔
杖。
杖。
Oh, I didn't update the portal, my bad. Champion delivery. Oh no, I think it's champion conference.
金龙2星厄斐琉斯，
啊，他那边是不是3费小组呀？
这个很舒服啊。2杠1 2星琉斯
We're gonna watch 10 games today. That is the plan, Busby babes. That is the
我
plan.
刚想说他会不会玩题目，那他应该还是玩卡莎吧，因为这个也是稳定有效。
El plan.
喝下。
传奇英雄 Rereplay。
We have a Rek'Sai 2 in the shop, and we're not gonna buy it.
小组直接爆了一个2星流。
Are we making 10?
的话，你这个想出3张确实概率。
I mean, it's a Rek'Sai 2. Like, I want that. I want those kinds of shops. Give them to me. If you don't want it, I want it.
这干脆不要了。
What? He doesn't buy it.
贾克斯又来了。
贾克斯，那这里其实开
Just support artifact.
其实可能选神器。
I usually take artifacts here.
没有局。
啊，智慧默认是不错的，智慧默认的寒冰也是。
Maybe Zonia's or Hull Crusher. Is it he? Okay, low key Wits End into Rageblade Bard, but he has an Aphelios too. But like low key.
看他的阵容池里面有没有智慧默认的。
Wits End is good on Ash. Oh, is it?
这边的
That
话
might be some tech.
15。
塞拉斯。
Wits
那应该没
End
有好用的后排，因为现在这个奥文神器
Ash
对，
就算是4选1，还是很容易
Sorry
拿不到自己想要的。
Ash.
这个确实啊。
Okay, good on Ash might be stretching it.
就是经常
Cause I'm looking at Wits End and I looked up Ash.
然后就是选出来我就2眼一黑。
It looks like it's stretching it, but
现在很多都是
maybe I have to filter more before I look at it.
然
But
后拿了一个魔运给杰拉。
check with 4 Warden, 4 Sniper.
2费活力理论上来讲的话，应该就是幽魂，但是
it improved by 0.01 delta.
30
Okay, but like I see what you mean. Like it's playable, but
对魔运嘛，魔运
to say it's good on Ash is is stretching it a little bit.
后续的蓝牌吧。
Oh, Innervating Locket, Garen. That's one of his better ones, right?
哎呀，怎么看
Let's
谁
see,
都像卡莎
Storied Champion, or is it the best one? Am I misremembering it?
他变卷了。
Orin.
然后看了一下盖伦那边，我感觉他很糊啊。
No, Silver Mirror Dawn. Silver Mirror Dawn is those ones. Innervating Locket is
发之侠是
his
直接
second
被
best
打的时
though.
候回20%，
Second best.
然后放技能又回你20%。
Is that Rereplay? Rereplay has Story Champion Garen. Man, he's just so good.
传奇英雄这版本非常
That's what world champion plays. World champion plays.
有没有王法啦？一路推过来，
You love to see it.
他仅仅是只有一个2星的状态，他手里5张，然后甚至他能走出一个比较不错的连。
Wits End is like 1,000,000 times better on Kindred.
2阶段的选秀出现了一个产
Okay, let's see that.
3费卡的话，小炮、狗熊
Wits End.
加上厄斐琉斯还有锤石。
关少也拿到了产品，
Ash.
关少也
Kindred.
不知道是什么阵容。 哎，这种选秀刷一个产
You
品
know,
加上英雄大会是
I don't think that's true.
有人玩。
对，也是必有的。
I don't think that's true.
嗯，
I do think Wits End might be underrated on some units. Like apparently it's not that bad either on
文娱这边电刀，哦呦，有些
like Irelia, but
但是你要
it's not amazing on Irelia, but it's not like that bad. But Kindred, it doesn't seem likely right now.
是有点不搭。
That might be some some dark tech, forbidden tech.
可能会晚的，毕竟英雄大会稳定。
Suspicious trench coat,
主要看一下
Shiv death cap,
这把
Banshees.
看这个尊者里面确实
So we're playing Syndra.
挺适合，对吧？这个剑魔
Wait,
换个
Shiv death cap
的
Syndra.
话，你补个风女这种，尊者就能开出来了。
Looks like it's ghostly reroll. It's got to be ghostly reroll.
之前也有一套天龙的斗射，是比较火。
Like Shiv death cap. That sounds like it's like set up for Zoe,
感觉有点像剪纸。
and then you go suspicious trench coat on ghostly
它
units.
是剪纸的基础，它这个偏编个剪纸转。
Alternatively, you could play trench coat on like Ornn in Faded, and then get like blue buff on Syndra here. But I don't think this is terribly efficient. This has to be like a mid game transition thing. I'd be very surprised if he ends up staying on this. 3 exalted.
莲花的话也可以。
Look at Wits End Zoe. It's okay on Zoe. It's about as good on Zoe as it is on
带
Ashe.
的也没有极星，但它有尊者也还行。
Acceptable.
回合过去也是5块钱的。
Acceptable. People have this impression that's like if it's not like minus half a placement, like if it's not minus 0.5, then it's like bad. That's not true. If it's delta neutral, that means it's okay. It's playable.
意识都防守一下。
对，主要是你不管是打比赛还是打排位，你一般来说看到这种传奇英雄或者说幸运法，反正1块钱也不卡你钱，对吧？肯定都得打。大家都是来。
Are they playing on 1410? Yeah, because the next patch doesn't come out till Thursday.
这样又是没有人5连胜，我们这3把。
Next patch doesn't come out for a few days, so this is the current patch that we're on right now.
对，前期大家都
拉满。
相对来说，没有人喜欢连败啊，在这个lobby 里面。
看鼻子，
哦，这边装备很好，无尽青羽。它就是一个
就是卡塔呀。
Okay, so we got Last Whisper IE, too healthy, Mana Zane, so he's going for Kaisa. Mana really good items for Kaisa.
没想到。
Someone else took Lucky Ricochet, so I think he's contested Kaisa.
大会吧，但是也
He didn't want to sell the 40 because he didn't want to sell his extra Sivir copy. I can get behind that. Rolling for extra Sivers can be really hard.
刷到了，
然后也看了一下前2把没人玩。
Okay, 6 Garens,
6张要地。
甚至是4连胜的。
tailored for Wardens.
对，主要他装备太好了，刚刚就是很容易说，哎，
太好了. It's too good, too good.
这样的话是西维尔加贾克斯加那个。
Oh, what is this?
贾克斯不要了。 数量
Oh no! Did we learn nothing from BR? Did we learn nothing from BR? Brazil rolls 4 times and hits Garen 3.
好像没浪啊。
I don't think we VOD reviewed BR at all. What is this? Like we learned nothing.
虽然说是2星的盖伦，但是还是很能打，毕竟他是3层装的。
Okay, maybe he hits misconnections into double Garen shop.
还是合了。
Oh, is he playing Story Weaver Garen?
哎呀，这边他莫尔个斗转刷掉了。
这样的话是双金色。
Wits End Delta on Zoe 3 is apparently
装备满了。
negative 0.41. Oh, I mean, if you filter for Zoe 3,
3刷了。
运到。
yeah, I
盖
guess.
伦肯定能活到最后。
是的。
熏到了。
I can see it. It's helping Zoe cast more often.
虽然说是2星啊，但是也是。
I think he might be playing Wardens plus any Story Weaver backline, and then Zyra is his mid game until he hits something more.
2星左移还不错啊，装备也可以。
及时跑。
Zoe with red blue KO. Oh,
一
interesting.
个非战系的装备等于。
He started off with red KO and then went to blue.
关少爷果然是合了个。
Lot of Zoe. There's a lot of Zoe. I talked about it in my patch notes rundown, my reacts. I think Zoe probably could use a slight nerf, but
备注太多。
I mean he lost with Zoe too, but he's going against another Zoe board. He's going ghostly Zoe.
这比赛到目前为止还没有人吃过任何一轮七星。
Ghostly Zoe. Cambiz hit Lucky Ricochet.
6张恶水流
He hit Lucky Ricochet. We got Martyr.
他这种肯定不可能
Martier.
地的，他本身就是2星的开局。
What's Bis Zoe?
哎，说到没人。
Like Shojin, Jewel Gauntlet, Shiv. Oh, Ping Diff.
是的。
Oh God.
没什么好上的。
Actually, we're on a lose streak. Any pre-level to 6, that's not a big deal. Not a big deal. He wanted to lose anyways.
技能放出来，垂直倒，能不能再换一只亚索呢？
Oh, he would have killed this Yasuo though.
现在
Minus 1 HP.
他应该是3阶段就开始吃了。他刚
莫尔这边也在吃啊。
APM diff.
还真是。你看吧，就是
Zoe either wants Shojin Nashers like JG / Deathcap, or she wants Shojin, Deathcap, JG,
两星还在
and Shiv.
哇，太爽了。
卡莎
But you could justify a bunch of different stuff.
Canbies 拿下。
晴天很难受啊，晴天好像也没在吃，也没在吃这，也没在吃那个。
Don't try to go blue buff Zoe though.
不仅血量是低，然后上限也没变高了。
嗯，他这个很危
I think it's worse. Assuming you're in a spot where you can choose. In fact, blue buff is harder to build than Shojin. You kind of have to go out of your way to build blue buff.
YBY 还是7点半，先把纳什做了。
前排只有一个瑞文是比较能扛的。好在现在2倍活力加上这个联合抵抗是。
Why is Shiv good on Zoe compared to others? Oh, it's because of her passive. It like helps scale her passive quicker. Her passive of shooting more targets that ricochet. Another Zoe? Oh, this is a fortune player.
但是他又留了幽魂，但是他这个幽魂有同行啊，应该是得上8吧。
这个是卡着，像是卡着的样子。
应该是得玩新的，得玩这边莉莉娅。
Oh.
这个法装做的4件啊，没有2个法盒的。
Man, half the lobby is playing Zoe. If you guys aren't playing Zoe in any of your games, especially if you open AP, then you're not approaching mid game correctly. Which site are you using for stats? I use both Tactics.tools and MetaTFT. I think they're both really good. But I think I like looking at Tactics.tools for broad data stuff, and I like looking at MetaTFT for really, really granular things.
那这样的话还可以，而且16层，不知道他这边是
几回合手。
And it's also important to cross-reference each other, because if you only, it's kind of like any research thing, but if you only use one primary source, it weakens your conclusion a little bit more. Having MetaTFT gives you a slightly different pool of people to look at.
这种2阶段
And there's also some stats on MetaTFT that you can't look up on Tactics.tools. So Tactics.tools, for example, you can look at your items,
装备数量。
but on MetaTFT, you could look at something like really interesting, such as like early game comps. Oh wait,
不太清楚。
I have to download the yeah. All right, give me a
反
sec.
正
Give
就
me a
算是
sec.
没开的话，像 VOD 启动了，不能再掉血了。
All right, open up the app. They're not even paying me anymore. I used to do things from MetaTFT, but not anymore.
20层，看看。
Cashing out 25. Ooh, artifact.
还行，没有出产。
But like, you could look at this, for example, like early game. You could look at like what are some of the early game boards that are winning. It's small sample size, but it's just like stuff to look at and think about. And this is stuff that you can't really get on Tactics.tools. And the reason why is because they have their own app that's like screenshotting things. So it kind of helps you understand things.
他这里估计还要再等一轮吧？还是说直接
Oh,
他这里
Kaisa pair. Okay. Only need to hit one more Kaisa.
安妮
Kaisa 2. Kaisa is double contested in this lobby.
稍微再低一点前排质量，要不先把球捡起来。
And I think the Kaisa players are 7-8.
可以考虑给了，因为他在这轮地卡里面，他其实是没有抽到斗士太多牌。
MetaTFT needs to work on its design. There's too much happening. Yeah, I agree. The problem with MetaTFT, in my opinion, is that you hover over and there's like 10 things for each category. Comps, and you're like, oh, like look at this. You just don't even know what to pick.
因为他也没有侠，
There's a lot going on.
只能给8折。
It's a powerful tool, but it's pretty hard to approach. I agree with that.
这龙牙还是有点顶。
还是要关注一下那个 Canbies。Canbies 这波好像是精致住了吗？哦，没有。
It's a comparison could be like Android versus iOS, but in reality,
晴天啊，晴天。
if you're ever using a stats website in TFT, you're a nerd. Okay, cash out bottom right was components.
低调。
No matter what you do, no matter what you say, if you're using a stats site to help guide your TFT decisions at all, like whether or not before or during the game, you're, in my opinion,
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
not a casual player.
I didn't get a notification you were live. Happy birthday.
地牌怎么说吧？卡莎
Lenny, thank you.
才能够2。
You didn't get a notification? Okay, I'll look into that, bots. Appreciate you, man. Oh, Kaisa 2.
那就
Mana Zane on Kaisa.
先10月一点点。
是的，哎，他
Runins, IE, Bramble.
刚装备给一给
然后
反甲，
有反甲。
Does he have anti-heal? He might have to Sunfire. He might have to Sunfire.
还是想和日眼呀。
His board is really good, though. He doesn't have to slam. He doesn't have to slam.
倒下了，这轮看到
Okay.
也不着急给完。
I think I would slam Bramble and then play around Belt for anti-heal like Morello on Teemo.
这个抽的有点多呀。
哇，这盖
Garen 3 for Rereplay.
这个盖伦，
这盖伦
Casual 84 HP.
他现在才
Level 5, 20 gold, no problem.
太顶级了，这个东西。
Garen 90.
5.5级30块。
Garen just stayed at 99% HP the whole time.
把群冠冕过来，真的。真得把
Does anybody think Garen's still going to be S tier after the nerf or not? Or what? I predicted that Garen's, instead of averaging a 3.8, he's going to average a 4.0. 4.1. I still think he's going to be S tier. But maybe the 10 mana nerf's like such a big deal because they're not changing any of the other really powerful, crazy things about him. Like some of these broken artifacts. Or the actual amount of HP. They're reducing how often he casts, which is a big deal. It is a significant deal. 10 mana is significant, but I still believe he's gonna average like a 4.1.
倒太快了，虽然说中国赢了，虽然说中国赢了，但是
Wait, is he playing Wits End? Oh, he's playing Wits End. Yeah, snipers. I remember.
顶不住。
反正现在底下的这些这个斗射卡莎哥啊，都慢慢的好起来了。然后场上的话还有个盖伦在横行霸道，其他的阵容呢就只能在从中艰难的。
He'll be A tier, 4.2.
今天这边应该
10 mana is kind of a lot. I mean, he gets more of a mana from getting attacked than actually auto attacking.
减脂感觉可以啊。
YBY 拿到了，YBY 是什么阵容？
But we'll see. When's the next patch? Thursday. Thursday.
确实我们是新系 CN 赛区的选手多一些。
Cursed Blade. Oh, you know what? I can get behind that. Cursed Blade.
又拿个优补。
Canbiz 那边塞拉斯也已经2了，他的前排其实补的非常的好。
Syndra 2.
是的，ZhanWenYu没有奥温呀。来了，
Next patch will be 4 Lee Sin players per lobby. I mean, that's this patch.
今天还是没有低，
Tattoo of Fury on Bard.
压力太大了吧？对，还行，这波又碰到一个稍微来说。
Actually, isn't that better? Right now, there's 5 Lee Sin players per lobby.
他直接上8了。
That's a straight upgrade. You're telling me the patch didn't improve the game?
可以的一种玩法。2费火力配联合抵抗，然后上8寻求4费塔。
Is Trenchcoat good on Ornn? It's very good on Ornn, yes. Especially if you combine Trenchcoat with like a way for Ornn to cast again quickly, like a Vow. Then he splits and gets the Vow on all the copies.
塔姆拉是一
And
个
it's immense value.
他的小鹿呢？
Huh?
他一场力点都没有，来了，
来了一张，这个左一得直接换了啊。
这不换吗？
Please don't unfollow me.
嗯，
Spark on Rakan, I like that. I think a lot of people put Spark on like things like Nautilus here, and I think you kind of want the Vow on a unit that like Nautilus' job is to cast and then kind of die.
虽然说吃的层数
And so he's not inherently tanky, so it feels like Vow is has much more survivability on the Rakan. It stay alive for like a few more seconds.
那加里奥塞拉斯还是没2。
哦，那这样的话没有容错了，只有一波。
With Irelia fixed, duelists are even better. Ah, that's true actually. Irelia got bug fixed with
直
IE.
接爬系还是比较舒服的，主要这个太契合了呀。
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. You're telling me the 10 mana diff is gonna swing this? I mean, it does. It does help a lot. It does help a lot.
黑了。
单刷，
Replay.
来说好消息就是他保底如意。
Amazing. Immaculate gameplay. Immaculate.
所以 Rereplay
He's
一样
tailoring for 3 Story Weavers so he can get the Irelia
关上也
off of the Champion Conference.
是抽到了一张装备了，还行，他这个能上9，刚刚看他没多少钱，但他现在也是有50，做了一个全套的一张，
哦哟无尽
还要和偷偷，
入进来了，
他这个应该是会和偷偷吧，不单装
看看他怎么想啊，能不能开出全套来？
I hope Replay does really well this set. I hope, because I would love more names be entered into the hack. Because right now, we only have 2 people in consideration for the NA GOAT, and it's
是的，
就是鬼出下无
and it's Malala and Setsuko. And Setsuko, honestly, is just more about his fans
他抽了个匣
than actual results. Like if any like analyst actually sits down and like talks about it, it's kind of hard to justify Setsuko outside of just like the fact that he shits on ladder players like all the time. And so like in reality, it's kind of a 1-horse race. I'm pretty sure it's Malala right now. And like and Rereplay used to have a case for that because he was like the only player like who won worlds for NA. And then he was doing well in regional. Like he missed worlds in set 9 by like 1 or 2 placements. And he also did well in set 10 regionals as well. So like there's a lot of case for Rereplay to be there, but like I kind of want him to do well so we can have more names.
他们这把又有点危
And then the thing about Dish Soap is that Dish Soap is actually going to enter that conversation pretty soon, because Dish Soap is about to make Worlds again. Did you guys know? Did you guys know? Listen, I'm not even saying that because Malala's in my chat. I'm not pandering to him. But like, do you guys know that Dish Soap's about to make Worlds again? Because the top point earner from North America for qualifier points goes to Worlds. And so we're going to have two people, Malala and Dish Soap, go to Worlds again for set 11, which is actually pretty hype. Assuming Malala makes it, but he should. I think he's in a good position to do so. Oh! Whoa! 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 Oh, Timo was still on fire. Oh, did you guys see that? Timo was still on fire. The Morello. Oh my god, that he almost he almost lost. He almost lost. Oh god, that was crazy. Oh, that was close. He almost got burned to death. So if Dish Soap can make a really good run again, he puts himself in that conversation. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is I would love Rereplay to get in that as well. 7 Story Weaver, Lee Sin 2. This is the build that Goobums was talking about. 7 Story Weaver is a build that I think a lot of people think has potential, but hasn't actually like gotten good data. If you look at the tournament results, it's not very good. But there's some people who believe. Ooh, that was a close fight. There's some people who are believers in it. I think Aurelia 2 definitely wins that fight, but same could be said about the other side. The guy hits like everything on Zoe 3. Do you do red for 7? No, usually you do blue. Although there is some tech with green Kale, Tome of Mending. Green Kale, you could play green Kale with very specific combinations. I've never tried it before, but allegedly, Suspicious Trenchcoat counts for the death of Tome of Mending, so you can revive whoever's holding it and get more value off of it. So, supposedly, and I've never seen it actually in action, but you can play Suspicious Trenchcoat on Lissandra, have Lissandra be your strongest champion, die, Lissandra splits into 3, she revives another Lissandra, splits into another 3, and then just have like infinite Lissandra. It's actually crazy. So, supposedly that's what's really good. I've never seen it in action. The closest was this past weekend, the final game of the tournament. Someone went, the winner of the tournament went 7 Story Weaver and had Suspicious Trenchcoat on Lissandra with Vow, and then didn't choose green. He chose blue. He went blue KO. And it was so disappointing. I mean, I was happy that he won. I was happy for him, but it was so disappointing that I was ready to see the interaction, and then it didn't even happen. He blue KO blue balled me. Nico gives you a random 5 cost. Did the cup winner ever say if they meant to go green Kale in the final game? I don't know, actually. We didn't get a chance to interview him because I don't think his English is very good. Maybe he said come to BR. And now I was kind of hoping that he would maybe join our call and say come to BR and peace out. Garen and Zyra 3, by the way. Zyra 3 for Rereplay. 8 Ghostly Zoe 2. Whoa, okay. Poor YBY, man. He got trolled. He tried to go Ghostly Zoe Zyra, and he got contested by Garen reroll and the 7 Story Weaver player. Rereplay 1-1. Oh no, he went second last game. 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. Trenchcoat, Orn. Setup is good. Cambiz trying to make a comeback here. Oh. Oh. He's tailoring for... Wait. He's trying to tailor for Zaya? Does this actually work? No, he got Udyr. You can't tailor for Zaya Rakan. I hate this. I hate this so much. The champion conference doesn't work for Zyricon. I don't know how to get it to work though. Is it like Dragon Lord? You go vertical Dragon Lord? But trick shots and stuff like that doesn't work for it.
看一下这波，
Yeah, it's Dragon Lord. Okay.
哎呦，YBY1 碰到了盖伦，
Is it tournament today? Yeah. What up, Milk? Is this actually this actually happened a few hours ago.
盖伦
But ain't nobody gonna stay up at like I'm not the tournament started at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 a.m. Eastern,
他这边应该是第五，
and I can't start at that time. That just sounds ridiculous.
一马平川。那
YBY bot forward again. His scores so far are 8, 7, or 8, 6, 5.
两位
He's trending upwards at least.
在场上的 CN 选手还有机会再往更高的名次去冲击。
Altruist. It wouldn't surprise me if that didn't even work either.
打这家吧，这边加里奥还是美二，加里奥还是美二，
他已经收了很多
然后
了。
霞也美二，对他其实没补出什么质量，上组之后，
Born 2.
只是补了一个沙漠之影。这边是两星刀妹，但抽的好差。
Whoa, this guy's board looks cracked, except he has TG and Irelia, Jewel Gauntlet, Jewel Gauntlet Archangels.
盖伦这边盖伦单
Man, even in their Thieves Gloves, China is slamming JG.
看看能不能秒掉，那边血手还没有出发。哎，不错，冰女的控制空到盖伦了，冰女控到了。
Wait a second. Are we about to lose to 7 Story Weaver JG Irelia?
盖伦又回一口。
Replay! Okay, I can see this fight being a 10 mana difference. For next patch, I can see Garen losing this because of the 10 mana thing.
主要就是
Not this patch, though.
一下这个
Nice try, man. Nice try. Next patch, though, I can see 10 mana Garen not winning that
这
fight.
样的话，战文玉好像，哦不对，他下波该打镜像了，还是他们俩
Outrage doesn't work? Okay, good to know.
我看一下，
他上波赢了。
Good to know.
这个三战里面花能第二的话，这个也是非常不容易的了。
This was kind of cool. He opened up stationary support into Banshees
但是
and Shiv.
挺难想二的。
And I was like, what's he going to do? He ended up playing into Faded anyways.
没有抽到。
And it worked out okay. I would not have thought about Banshees into Faded. Like, that doesn't
是有点倒霉，感觉他。
even make a lot of sense to me. But he made it work.
这边提升蛮多的。
So good for him.
奥文奥了，这边全都美二。
Top 2. I think ZhanWenYu is actually pretty good. This is the 3rd set in a row I see him doing well in cups and circuits. He's kind of an underrated player, in my opinion.
哦，最终是
And remember, any Chinese player that's playing in this tournament qualified for this tournament, usually. Like, there's a couple of invites who did well in the previous sets. But this set, half of the field came from people who have the highest qualifier points in China.
没有第二张啊。所以说
So these are the best players who are doing well this set, based off ladder in tournaments.
他应该有一个闪现，他有个闪现，他和个小陈装应该是。
合了个头盔给色提，
看看有没有机会，应
确
该是
实也合理，
很难有机会。
因为你想这个8级想
Thank you, Foxy. Who is the set 10 winner? Malala? Yeah, the World Championship? Or what? What tournament are you talking about? MSI? MSI, the winner was Title, wasn't it?
色提这个位置是可以直接把盖伦给爆掉的，爆到后排去，
哎，伤害完全不够。
再爆一下，那色提倒了，应该
Wait a second. Do we lose to Syndra Faded with Banshees?
后排都是法系，对面龙牙太为克制。
I don't know. We have D-Claw. Surely not. I don't think Syndra can take down Garen at all. She's like the premier AP burst, but like Garen usually can't die to this.
这边太难打了。
69 HP victory for the Americas. You know what? They better combine China with Americas as well if they want to nerf us more.
好，也是恭喜 Rereplay 啊，确实在这个版本里面先出精
USA baby, USA.
拿到了传奇英雄，这个胜率是属于专属强化里面。
All right, let's look at the standings. Let's look at the standings after
然后也有这
see.
个
Standings.
自己的这个是
Okay, this is Replay. Getting that Coinbase Monster Energy Alienware
比
sponsorship.
赛过后，我们看一下目前的积分形势。通过这一场比赛的登顶呢，Rereplay 是以20分的积分暂且领
USA number 1. China. I mean, this is looking like business as usual.
16分的青柔，还有15分的关少。
Wow, YBY and Tamura are having a bad day.
14分，十月晴天12分。
That's a bad day so far. It's okay. 2 more games. Oh god. 2 games. It's impossible for YBY and Tamura to catch up to like the 19 and 20. And I talked about ZhanWenYu, ZHWY. Okay, we need a whatever. But I think they can potentially sneak into 4th.
可能表现的没有这么
They kind of need to pop off like right now.
来说的话是举一个前四的信息，所以靠后的4名选手的话，只能说就是好好的。
All right, let's go into round 4. Round 4 of 5.
看下半场的精彩的2场响分大战，我们先把赛涵请出来跟大家打个招呼吧。
Hello，大家好，我是赛涵。
好，欢迎
Oh, they have a different caster. They kicked out Flancy.
看到了。第三场那个还是挺精彩的，那盖伦有点无敌的样子。
New caster. You know, they always have one caster with one pro player. Wait, this guy's hair is awesome. This guy looks like a drama actor.
说最好的了。
对，好，那我们也马上进入到今天第4局啊。
They invited Relic again. I mean, he got to set 10 worlds. He was the best. Like, listen, they gotta invite someone from LATAM.
因为我个人是喜欢偏经济的城邦。这边看到其实大部分选手也是更喜欢这个城邦。
All right, what portal is this? What portal is this? Any translators in chat?
是的，这个后面就可能看人品了。你发到一个对的4费卡和5费卡，可能就是。
How many groups are we watching? There's 4 different lobbies. We're watching 2 groups today, 2 groups tomorrow, and then Thursday, Friday will be shorter. It'll be only actually it might be 2 groups again on Thursday. Either way, this week's streams are just basically gonna be covering MSI, or this is called TSI, but you know. Who's calling it TSI? Everyone calls it TFT MSI.
是的。这边留决斗天价。哦，这边有张小炮。
这个装备可以和法系的青龙刀。
Altanahue, yeah, Altanahue is a good player as well. I mean, LATAM has good players. I don't think anyone denies that. No one denies that LATAM has good players. It's just that people don't want to play against or people in North America have such big egos. They don't want to waste their time. I'm putting that in air quotes. They don't want to waste their time playing against people who are equally ranked relative to their region. Like these like people who are ranked 200 in NA have such a big ego. They don't want to play against ranked 200 players in LATAM. Like me and my 750 hard-earned LP doesn't want to go up against Brazilian players. Like, all right. I want to go up against Distop and Setsuko. It's like, yeah, sure you do. Like you and everyone else, you know? The expected value is too low. Low interest rates? I mean, I'm purely being Oh, that's actually a 2-star Riven with BT Quicksilver. What? Set 10 Riven. Just needs a Titans. Titans BT Quicksilver. Riven 3. 8-bit. Man, that Riven was so cool. Not as cool as Yone, though. Isn't going against LATAM players better for the NA players that complain because it's easier competition? I mean, I guess to pad your stats, yeah. I mean, I personally think that the competition will naturally improve. And this, I believe, set 11 will be the worst experience of the combined regions thus far. It's only going to improve from here. There's no way it gets worse. If it gets worse, then I'm down to join the Flame Riot Esports train. But I don't think that's going to happen. This transition is always going to be the hardest point because they need to combine regions, figure out points, seeding structures. At this point, we're kind of beating a dead horse. It's like, I think even Riot acknowledges... I don't think they've acknowledged it publicly, but I think they've acknowledged it privately multiple times. That
What's up, Daddy Dan?
It's not gonna get worse. There's no way it gets worse. Shaggy's taking for 3 months. What's up, Daddy Dan? Hold on a second. You don't get to call me Daddy, man. Only 3 people get to call me Daddy. My son, my wife, and your mother. For whoever takes that clip for when it does get worse, hi, YouTube. It's not going to get worse, you guys. Like, they're going to surely learn from their mistakes. Come on. Like, all you guys are like, okay, there's too many days that are competing. I don't want to compete on Monday and Friday of the same week. They can change that.
在二阶段来的话，你拿它基本
I
上
don't want as many delays. They can improve that.
去走这个偏向这种，其实还挺难的。因
I
为
want the slots to make more sense. They can change that. There's a lot of things that they can change.
再一个，他前期因为你要考虑全国转型，所以
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
It's champion delivery, I think.
但是他也走不动莉莉娅。
That computer thing for 6 months. I long term, yes, I agree with Torrentella. I think long term, I agree with the concept of combining the regions. Long term. In the immediate, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck.
对面免卫，像剩一只手，
And you know what?
这边这样给的话，
可能考虑
In a way,
纳什鬼书之类的。
或者鬼
there's a silver lining to how much it sucks right now. There's a positive to the sucking. Because for some people who are like, this is not worth my time, I'm taking a break this set because I don't want to compete. The format is so uninteresting to me, it's not worth it. Da 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 da.
还没有那么的强，
Good. You know why? Because now you get to do something besides TFT and you get to come back feeling refreshed. You should be thanking Riot Esports for making you guys take a break. So that way you feel motivated and refreshed and the game is like new again to you.
左一这种体系，
Because some of you guys lack the self-control. Some of y'all lack the self-discipline to restrain yourselves from burning out on TFT. Riot has to step in and intervene.
青龙冲吧，
They have to intervene because you're not going to intervene for yourself.
考虑决斗这方面了。
So you know what? You're welcome.
后的两个牌去试加成啊，因为这个它其实是累计，
是的，
啊，它能直接给到你后面上的棋，所以我觉得还是挺人性化的，不像是说，你如果只给场上的那个加的
This
话，
guy's on 5 loss playing scoreboard scrapper.
什么来着？当时水炮版本，
啊，
Double adaptive. So that's got to be the Syndra line.
这个学习拼图一样，
Maybe base holding 2 Aries. He didn't make RE2 actually early game. If you guys remember, he had Ari pair. He didn't make RE2 and took the behemoth.
是血量上的限制。
Probably because he felt like making that pair was going to be difficult for him. Oh wait, no, he transitioned to duelist. Never mind. He was playing against the double adaptive. I apologize.
还是后四，所以
I take it
这个
back.
挺不错的。
So he's playing. Is it another game where Rereplay just going duelist? Is he just duelist and hero augments?
是的方向，
Like a beast. All right. Low interest rates fortune. Interesting.
清华加那个
Contested duelists. That's okay.
是的，
We can handle it. We can handle it.
二星左一了，
应该是野怪爆了吧？
就是这个就是野怪爆了的。
好，一直投送，
Actually, that's how I got to Worlds taking a 2-set break. You know, you're not the first person to say that, CGR. You know who also did that? Milk. Milk took a break,
这个可能，因为它删
and he took set 4 off, made set 5 Worlds. He took set 7 very casual, or sorry, and then he made set 6 Worlds.
还是很舒服的
完。美搭配，再来个小巨人，
He went set 5, set 6. He took a break, and then he took another break, and set 10. Guess what's gonna happen set 11? I'm pretty sure our lineup,
还行，其实他这个
3 spots have been decided already. It's gonna be Malala, Dish Soap, and Milk.
好，看看输完这个回合61，
哎呦，这二星鬼术左一加个二星瑞文，电刀水银血，他这个是
Especially, oh, Prismatic.
精彩有可能
Especially after the EWC drama.
这个赢的话，如果当
They talked about it a little bit, but there's a little bit of drama going on behind the scenes about EWC teams because the point standings, right? The whole like who has points is kind of arbitrary because they cut at set 7. So anybody that made set 6 Worlds doesn't have points, aka Milk, aka DQA, aka Goobum. They don't have points
之前也是
because they took set 7 on. Which, by the way, means that like Soju gets points, right? It's pretty arbitrary. Like Soju made set 7 Worlds, so he gets points. Milk make back-to-back Worlds to set 5, set 6. He doesn't get points.
踩的巨快，
So Milk's motivated again. He's got to make Worlds, otherwise in the future his point value is gonna drop.
对他来说收益应该不错。
给个铲子也能吃，然后吉星能够尝试去走一个比较不错的精致。
Robin songs 0 points. Just to put that in perspective. You guys in chat have as many points as Robin songs and some of these other amazing TFT players from North America. That's wild.
体育来了，3杠3。约里克伤
We took blinding speed in duelists.
三，那种3费2费大血，
对，看这把
Wait, really? We took blinding speed in duelist? Hold on, I gotta rewind and look at his augment choices. Blinding speed in duelist.
有点太强势。
I gotta rewind just to look at what were the options here.
你没有出
Jewel Lotus. He turned down Jewel Lotus 3 for blinding speed. Is that right? That can't be right. I mean, I can understand not taking prismatic tickets and some of the other stuff, but he took blinding. That is strange. You know, I don't know if I agree with that entirely. He wanted red buff? I mean, yeah. But the rage, I mean, okay, he's probably thinking I could put this on Irelia late game. That doesn't seem particularly very good, though. I'm not gonna lie. Let him cook? All right. I'll back off. Afel, thank you, buddy. Damn, I have as many points as Robin, like the third of his age. You know, pretty soon I'm not gonna be able to make fun of Robin because I'll eventually catch up to him in age. Despite seeming like he was in peak form, why do you think Goobums had such a rough day 3 in tournament? I was only able to watch your co-stream and digital VOD. I mean, I think Goobums has a little bit of defeatist behavior or mental. In the sense that if he thinks that it's like not winnable or he's behind, he like just runs it down. If it's like if he goes 8 in his first game, he has like a 50% chance to go 8 again. And then he has like a 75% chance to go 8 again. And then he has like a 90% chance to go 8 again. It's just like, it's a snowball thing. I think if he realizes he can't like win the tournament or like get final lobby, he's not even, it feels like his mental doesn't even allow him to try for top 16 or something like that. I think Goobum struggles with that a little bit. I don't think that's how aging works. You just don't catch up. I mean, I gotta like Robin's like a million years old. Eventually, I'll get there. His cash out was a Thief's Gloves. That's pretty good. I think it's a really underrated cash out. If you guys remember, Thief's Gloves was a really good cash out for Heartsteel. Same concept. People are like used to Fortune cash out needing to be pretty insane. Like you get Radiant items or something like that. Oh, Fortune scoreboard scrapper Fortune into Duelist. Duelist 3-way contested this lobby. Wait, we have a Bard player? Wait, what are these Kaisa items? Shojin, JG, Guardbreaker. Oh, he's playing that for a Lilia item holder. Okay. Yo, Bard reroll from Canbiz. Oh, okay. Shen? Oh, nice try. 6 Radiant or Ornn items. Double. Oh, actually, he has Tracer's Glass for Ornn 2. I didn't even realize he has Ornn 2. Ornn 2 with Unending Despair and Forbidden Idol. Wait, no, Forbidden Idol doesn't really work that well on him. Maybe Forbidden Idol on Silas or something. Age in TSI is fake. There's only a handful of players in the entire game who have true high APM. I mean, APM only matters for a baseline level of execution. Otherwise, like DQA would be like the best player in the game, and he's not. But APM helps. He's rolling at the end of stage 3, right before creep rounds. Interesting. That's kind of I don't know exactly why. I didn't look at his spot that closely, but that's a weird play. APM isn't even that important. This is a StarCraft. You know what's really funny? I used to cast with Doa. Does anyone remember the days when Frodan Frodan casted TFT? Does anyone remember the days when Doa used to cast TFT? This was years ago now. Doa from Monte Cristo and Doa fame, but he also casted StarCraft back in the day. Doa, when he was first casting TFT, kept saying that TFT is like StarCraft, and it was one of the like things that like I didn't want to disagree with him on stream, like strongly, But he just kept saying it over and over and over. And it's true. If you go back and watch the VODs, he kept saying like, "Oh, this just reminds me of StarCraft." And he's doing his like sultry Doa positive. He's like, "Oh yeah, like it's like StarCraft reminds me a lot, or TFT reminds me a lot of StarCraft, and like all of those things." And he's just saying in like a smooth, like pleasant, agreeable voice. And I just don't want to be like, "No, man, like this is not like there's aspects of StarCraft that might help, like maybe how you position your army, but not really." But he just kept saying it over and over. At one point, I was like, "Man, should we be saying this?" And he's just like, "No, I actually think it really is. It's just like start." And then Polt started playing TFT. You guys remember Polt? He was like a rank 1. He was a player who did really well in StarCraft 2 professionally, then moved to the USA, and then hit rank 1 on ladder, and then quit TFT to be the head coach of the SK Telecom T1 League of Legends team. And you're like, wait, he coached like Faker? No, yes, that team. He actually quit to go manage that team. Anyways, when Poe started playing TFT, that's when Doe was like, "See, I told you. TFT is like StarCraft." And I was like, "Ah, man, I don't know what to say. I can't. It's like hard. I can't even disagree, man. Like I can't. What am I supposed to say to that?" What up, Asa? Thank you, buddy. Double Rage Blade Bard 2. Nope. Kiana'd. I don't think. Oh, does he have Exalted? It looks like he has Exalted. He's playing Exalted Bard. He has Alun, Kaisa, and probably Morg. Strange. The problem with Bard is you kind of need... It's kind of the same thing as Ashe and Wardens. You just need a really, really good front line for Bard to scale up. And that's why Tahm Kench 3 makes a lot of sense, because Tahm becomes an unkillable front line. It's not about like just the items or just the DPS of Bard, which is great. But understanding Bard is the key to Bard is Tahm Kench 3. And that's why if you don't have Wit's End for Bard, you could play like Forbidden Idol Tahm Kench, and that's why that comp gets unlocked, because it's so good with that frontline unit. So if he's just saying like, well, I have Exalted and I have double Rage Blade Bard and it's really, really good, that's not enough. You need an unkillable frontline unit. What is Guan playing? Looks like he's playing Sage Lilia. TFT and StarCraft are two games I've put the most time into, so maybe he's on to something. Fair enough. I will say one thing, though. I think the reason why people say TFT is like X is because it's an amalgamation of many genres, which is why it has a wide appeal to core gamers. We have people who come from strategy games / card games. We have people who come from League of Legends, which for obvious reasons. We have people who come from StarCraft, apparently. We have people who come from fighting games that really like it. There's a lot of elements that TFT draws from. It's like an amalgamation of like 5 or 6 genres all put into one. And so that's why it reminds you so many things, because there's so many aspects of the game that draws from other types of games that you've played in the past. Does Leffen still play TFT? I think he doesn't play this set, but like he's right now focused on complaining about Guilty Gear, and I think that takes all of his energy. Guilty Gear and Taylor Swift concerts, I think, is what Leffen's been focusing on these days. Which I think is like, it's understandable. She's quite the phenomenon. How many of you guys are excited for 2x KO? I'm very, very excited for that game. I think that's the game that I'm going to grind on top of TFT. You guys are going to be like, Frodan, why are you playing 2x KO? It's time to grind TFT. It's going to be hard for me to pull away. I love tag fighters. Marvel vs. Capcom, Dragon Ball Fighters are like the two fighting games, and Smash Bros. But it's not a tag fighter, are the games I've played the most of all FGC stuff. That's what I competed in Evo for. Like when I went to compete in Evo, those were the type of games I played. I love them a lot. It's gonna be dope. I hope Box or Sajam run like a boot camp thing. I would love to play in those. You know, it's like I would play in like the casual league of that. I'm not gonna beat like Justin Wong and Leffen and Super Noon and all them. I can't touch them. But I'm really excited for it. It's gonna be really cool. The name is not good, agreed. But like, how many of you like the name Teamfight Tactics or other things that ride, even Valorant? We just got used to it, you know. YBY went 8th again. Oh. YBY scores 8658. Not quite Goobum's level, but we're getting there. It's the worst name of all time. You guys are haters. Wolfie having to uninstall TFT and get his friend to change his password so he could stay focused on Pokemon. You heading out? See you later for the wall. Okay. Do you want to hear a funny story about that? Every tournament Wolfie wins in VGC, he gets one character back of his password. he locked himself out of his TFT account, and he said every tournament he wins, he gets one character back on his password. And he's winning tournaments again. By the way, just putting it out there, Wolfie, the Incineroar God. Oh wow, this Shen is crazy. 2 for 1 Shen. Wolfie gets one character of his password back every tournament he wins. He's gonna get there in like a few years, I think. I've thought about learning VGC as well. But the problem is, if there's one game as difficult to get into the knowledge barrier that's similar to TFT, it's Path of Exile and Pokemon VGC. These games are just impossible to get into if you don't have like insane free time and knowledge. Like what? Like it is ridiculous. I don't understand how to get into these games. They're so hard. This guy repositions his Shen every single fight, or maybe he walked up 1 hex. But Shen 3. I'm kind of rooting for... I want Tomura to kind of make a good run here. I want him to make it close. Shen front row, or for Shen second row, Shen third row, Shen fourth row. He's been messing around with it. Pokemon seems so fun, but I want to get into it badly, but it's too overwhelming. Yes. That's exactly my thoughts as well. If you guys want to hear a fun side story, once a long time ago, I actually interviewed to work at the Pokemon company, like a long time ago. And I made it to the final interview, and I made it to the last couple candidates. And then they told me that it was a tie between me and someone else. And the tiebreaker was that I was a known person in gaming. And they said that they don't... The difficulty of hiring somebody is that you're a brand liability to the Pokemon company. So I didn't get the job offer because I'm Frodan. They said we can't hire somebody that like is kind of known. I was like, oh, all right. but I made it really fun. I was actually really excited about it because this was a long time ago. I totally get it though, right? From like from their company's perspective, they don't want somebody that's on the forefront of that visibility. For many reasons, not just for like the liability, but also for other things too. I.E. Hodge, Duelist, Rakan. They could have told you at the beginning. I mean, I'm kind of honored that they even had me. I mean, part of it is that I don't think they... I think that only became a factor because they found another really good candidate. And for the record, the person that got the job is very qualified. Wow, Duelist lost? He lost to another Duelist player. No, he lost to the Lilia player. Thresh 3. 2-star Udyr. I like it. Let's go Tamura. Keepers with Behemoth. Second row Shen. I like it. Lilia Sage. I mean, honestly, this is a really basic Lilia Sage board. The fact that this comfortably top forward. Also, a lot of people don't really like playing blue buff slam into Lilia. Because they feel like they really want to get value of Lilia of playing 2 Invoker and Shojin. Right, I've heard you've been playing TFT on mobile days. Yeah, I mainly play mobile TFT. If you're queuing up against me, I'm mainly playing mobile. I had some people be like, dude, Frodan, I was saying like congratulations on your kid and stuff like that, and you don't know walled me. Like you're such an asshole. I was like, sorry, man, I'm on mobile. I can't see chat on mobile. There's like people who are like trying to chat me up in game. I'm on mobile. Zoe 3. You guys see Zoe 3 with a rod? Zoe 3 Shojin Nasher's rod. That's disappointing. Oh, Thresh 3. Hui.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Edge of Night. Actually, does he want a third item for yeah, I can see that. I was thinking Edge of Night set is really, really good. But I don't think set is like an actual really important piece here. So I went for a third item on Udyr 2. I can get behind that. I also would have been okay with a third item on Yorick, and I think those are Warmogs. Both were good. Third item in general is really, really good.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Congrats to you and your wife.
Hey, Wonton, thank you so much. Okay, Guan's gonna go 4th here. His board looks kind of bad. So honestly, he should be happy with the top 4. And Ziggy, thank you so much for the prime as well. And how is the movement in mobile? I heard it sucks. The movement? The mobile gaming experience in TFT is fine if you're a reroll one trick. In fact, actually, playing TFT mobile is kind of relaxing if you're like rerolling Kog'Maw every game. Because scouting and transitioning sucks anyways, so the game doesn't even bait you into scouting for no reason. Just reroll the same comp anyways. So like now that scouting and everything like that and transitioning and whatever is like out of the game, you can just like chill and press the reroll button and then like, you know, do other things. So if you're playing mobile and you just want to like one trick a reroll comp, mobile's great. If you actually want to, but I played mobile on the 4-cost patch. You know the 4-cost patch where everyone rolled for Porcelain Ash and Silas and stuff like that, and oh man, that and Kane, that patch was terrible to play mobile on. Oh my god, especially if you had to like slam Last Whisper and stay open to Kai'Sa and Ashe because Kai'Sa was so good. Or I had to play Fortune cash outs, man. Let me minimize TFT in the corner while I watch TikToks. Yeah, exactly. TFT is kind of sweaty these days. At least if you want to play at higher elo. If you want to play, I would say that oh wow, there's a lot of emblems here. I would say that climbing to Grandmasters is not terribly difficult on mobile. I think getting to Challenger Plus is hard on mobile, like very hard. I would actually even go adventure to say that I think several players, a lot of the good players on ladder would not be able to do very well on mobile, like at all. Having done it myself. I would even go as far as to go on a limb and say the true GOAT of TFT plays on mobile. It's probably like a Chinese mobile player. Like you guys are thinking like, you know, Setsuko or Malala or Huanmei, they're like the TFT GOAT. No, I'm pretty sure the TFT GOAT is a Chinese mobile player that people just don't know about yet. Because it's like Rock Lee training weights. When someone like, because then they have to they have to play on mobile and qualify on mobile, and then for Worlds they play on PC. We got a third item on Zoe, by the way. Gunblade. Oh, Tamura win out? How does CM players make Worlds? The mobile players in China, they qualify via mobile and they play on PC at LAN. So you have to actually get good at two versions of it. But getting better at the PC version after you play mobile is way easier than the other way around. 6 Ghostly, 4 Sages. That's a lot of AP for Zoe. That's probably why Gunblade's acceptable. This should be a good matchup. Duelist versus Ghostly tends to be favored towards the Ghostly player. Oh, level 10 replay. Too hard though. Too much stuff. Just a little bit too much team-wide value and buffs. Wait, double kill? Oh, okay. 1v1. APAC versus Americas. USA versus OCE. NA versus OCE. Hero augments 1-1 in these past two. Oh, we'll see. We don't know if Shen goes first here. You guys know Irelia counters Shen because she sunders Shen and that reduces his armor, and then Shen deals damage off of the number of armor he has, not AP or anything like that. So Irelia actually is a counter to Shen. Okay, surely we can find a way to play this as 0-2. Is Kindred exalted? Third item for Yorick could be good here. Oh, third item for Thresh. That makes sense as well. I was thinking 3 item tank. No, he's playing Kindred for Fated. Okay. I feel like the Azir 2 would be good to just get more things in front of like the Lee Sin and whatnots. Oh. Lee Sin. Oh my god. Wait a second. The stun. Oh, okay. Shen Hero Augment 1-1. Dude, Hero Augments are so good, man. 2 for 1. Keepers. Ethereal Blade Shen. Well done. Replay. He's not a closer, man. 2-2. Actually, he's 2-1-2. He's 2-1-2. No, he's a closer. Look at this. 27 points gapping qualifier for the next stage. Dude, YBY1 having a goobumps performance. 8, 6, 5, 8. And then 3 Chinese players. Yeah, guys, look at this. I'm pretty sure this is the power rankings of the regions in general. America's #1, CN Gap, and then EU, and then APAC. I'm pretty sure this is the exact power rankings of the current system right now. Just putting it out there. Just saying. 4 Chinese players, 2 through 5. All right, last game of the group, and then we're gonna go into Group B. Oh, I can't see the point. Oh, my bad. Rereplay at 27. He's at 27. Chat, I have a question. Can we upgrade chilies? Like what? You want to make your sandwich into a combo meal? I think so.
是分除了 Rereplay 以外，在上面前4的选手都得必开的称霸，3彩。
Chili's is already perfect. You know, when I was a struggling caster, when I first started working in the space, I lived in like some obscure part of Southern California to do StarCraft casting. I went to Chili's like every day for lunch, for work. Well, one, because I was, even though I was very poor, I didn't want to make my own lunch. But they had like this $7 meal at Chili's that I got every single day. And it was awesome. So I'm kind of like forever grateful for Chili's for keeping me fed. Like Chili's, Chipotle, and Subway. Those are like the 3 places that I ate at the most because I would always spend like $10 or less. These days it's like double the price, but back then it was great. Back when Frodan had the dream, starry-eyed, he wanted to be a great esports commentator. And then reality hits. Lucky Paws, top center. 2 Lucky Paws. Wait, there was 2 Lucky Paws players? There was Lucky Paws here and Lucky Paws here. 2 venerable piggy banks. 2 venerable piggy banks. What is going on here, by the way? Oh, this is this loot subscription? I think it is. They both rolled it? I know, that's wild. Please tell me they both scout and take it at the same time. No, because it's not the NA server. If you guys remember, Dishop was like, you know, Setsuko and Weishin both hit 2K, but Dishop was about to hit 2000 LP. But he got denied by News TV in chat. They both scouted Lucky Paws, and they both clicked it at the same exact time. And then Dishop went 8th. And that's why Dishop didn't hit 2K LP. Because a Frodan sub. I wish he doubled down and just said Frodan sends his regards. Like, it's just that. Let Cersei know it was me. Let Dishop know it was me. You know, I can't even pretend like I'm on Team Setsuko anymore. Because I'm in business cahoots with Dishop.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Setsuko's a fraud. TFT Academy forever. Okay, Gargantuan Resolve, Last Whisper. Interesting name saying Last Whisper, but I guess you don't really want... You want to save that sword for BT, so he's going to go for Duelist there. Keepers, we have 2 Duelist players. Magic Wand. Okay, Heavenly Loose Streak for Guan. Which kind of implies Lee Sin. We have 3 people angling for Lee Sin. How would you guys nerf Duelist? You guys want to like nerf Duelist so much for the next patch? How would you even do it? Like, let's just say Mortdog will listen to your suggestion. What would you even do? Oh, Alex, thank you for the 3 months. Sorry about it, I missed that. Like, how would you guys even go about doing that? The Edward versus Jacob. I mean, I would have used Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. But yeah, we can go Edward versus Jacob. That's okay with me as well, I guess. I watched Twilight for the first time a few months ago. It honestly wasn't even that bad. I was expecting the movie to be like god awful. It actually wasn't even that bad. Like, sure, the acting is like whatever and the makeup is awful. But like I was expecting it to be even worse. I just think that people like I think people just love to hate on whatever like young white teenage girls love. Like they hate on Twilight and Justin Bieber and now they're hating on Taylor Swift. Although actually kind of a lot of people still love her. But yeah. Nerf Kiana. Nerf the damage reduction at 6 and 8. I feel like that would greatly handicap duelists though. That's like why they're good. If you nerf their damage reduction, they might become unplayable. And you don't want that. You don't want balanced thrashing. I think duelists are good that they exist. Something that's easy, it gives you multiple things you can do with melee items that isn't just reroll. Like it's good that it exists. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I even like this version of Duelist. The fact that Duelist gives you multiple options to either reroll, push tempo, play around Irelia, play around augments, do other. I think this is a good version of Duelist. I'm even I'll go as far as to say that I think where they fit in the design space is better. Because in the past, you guys remember, Duelist was like very one-dimensional. There's actually multiple things about Duelist now that make it more than that. But I'm down to nerf it. That all being said, I'm down to nerf it. Hey, I've been listening to TFT Study Hall. Do you feel like TFT is too subjective for a lot of macro conversation? I'm listening to the strongest board segment. It feels like 90% it depends. I mean, yes, but someone's got to try. Because if you don't explain fundamental like TFT is a game where like there's no universal truths because there's so many different parallel universes. You know how like the Marvel movies writers room is like that picture from It's Always Sunny where where like you're just going insane trying to explain all different timelines in the Marvel universe. That's like TFT when you explain what's the correct choice here. It's just like TFT players are just going insane trying to explain it to you. But there is some method to the madness, and the answer is if you just spend enough time listening and reading and hearing things, you'll pick up all the other fundamentals. So yes, there is a lot of it depends, but hearing enough of those situations will start teaching you the concepts of how to apply things because there's no universal truth. If it was like, because it's not mathematics, TFT isn't, even though there's a lot of math, it's not as solved and formulaic as math is at its core level. I'm not talking about like abstract math concepts. I'm talking about like the hard, like algebraic stuff where there's like A plus B equals C, right? I'm not talking about that. In TFT, there are elements of it, but there's so much relativity to it that it all becomes very difficult to define and codify. But if you hear enough situations and enough things explained about the game, you'll start intuitively picking up on what fundamental skills help build into a good TFT player. And so even talking about theory and even talking about all the different situations will help people understand. That being said, there's no shortcuts, right? The hard part is I think a lot of people want shortcuts to getting good in TFT. I don't want to call out specific people. Oh, Dryad Emblem. I don't want to call out specific people, but there's been many people who thought that they could transition and pick up TFT and be good at it. And that's not true. Like there's, or rather they can get good at it quickly. And it's not true. They have to go through the same process as a lot of other people of just like learning through a lot. There are people that pick it up quicker than others. But I can't tell you how many times I've had people say like, man, I want to get into TFT and and like I want to climb and be like competitive and like try to push to be a really good player. And they tried and it's really hard for them. It's like it's multiple sets of them getting stuck at like Masters and GM and they can't, even if they get the Challenger, they can't really get like farther than that. Like getting Challenger is a good achievement, but that gets you in the doorstep, right? That helps you get to tournaments, but that's about it. TFT is a hard game. It's a very, very, very hard game. It's very complicated. It rewards a specific type of player as well, like a type of gamer. It's not easy. What do you mean H-June picked it up so fast? Yeah, but he's an exception. You're using exceptional gamers to say like this is what everyone can do, and it's not true. Because if you say, okay, H-Stream picked it up, but what that's what I was saying. I can give you dozens of examples of people who said, hey, like I want to pick up TFT and like they can't. Like you're using the anomalies, the players who are intuitively good at these kinds of things. He's one of hundreds, if not thousands, of people who said, I want to be able to like do this quickly, and you're using a few exceptional people who can. Brandon, do you think they're just abandoning reroll for the rest of the set? I don't think so. They're actually buffing. The next patch, they're actually buffing a bunch of reroll comps. Kha'Zix's reroll? I'll just say it right here. Kha'Zix's reroll. Keep an eye out for a Kha'Zix's reroll. I don't know if it's going to be like that good, but like low key, it might not even be bad right now. It's always funny listening to people who are Challenger every set and think everyone can hit Challenger. That's not how it works. I think they're saying like everyone has the potential to hit Challenger. And even then, I don't think that's true. Double BT, Last Whisper. If you guys haven't heard already, double Bloodthirster Lee Sin is very good. The tech is out. And if this is the first time you're hearing it, then you're slightly behind the curve. It's been about a week and a half or so. Double BT Lee Sin is very, very good. I think the setup for double BT isn't Titans though. I think it might be Sterix Gauge because Bloodthirster gives you 2 swords of value. And the Sterix Gauge gives comparable offensive stats to Titans, a little bit less defensive, but the Bloodthirster compensates for that defensive. Basically, BT is replacing the Titans in that build and not the Sterix Gauge, is what I'm trying to say. I think. I'm not entirely sure. That part I think I haven't yet defined. Red buff, Rage Blade, GS Ash. Wow, that is Tickle Ash. That Ash does like no damage. Frodan had a disob due today. Oh, I'm about to find out. We're about after this group. This is Group A. This is the last game. Rereplay already won the group, so we're waiting to see. We're waiting to see. Disob plays in this group afterwards. Titans is easier to build. That is true. That is true. I'm saying if you end up in a scenario, let's say you get, you know, the Zyra encounter. She offers you 3 of 1 component. If you get the Zyra encounter, she offers you a component. You take sword. Get 3 swords. BT, Sterix Gauge. Happy birthday. Thank you, Michael. Gracias. I've seen Death-Defiance BT Sterix absolutely disgusting. On Lee Sin? Yeah, that sounds gross. I mean, that sounds really good on like any melee. Like on Kayn on a previous patch, that also sounded really good. How did Rereplay do in game 4? He got second. He lost. He played a duelist board and got second to Behemoth Ethereal Blade Shen. Heavenly Darius with double BT. Damn. Everyone knows, man, the double BT tech. Worst champion this patch, in your opinion? I mean, if you go by the stats, I think it's Bard. Actually, I think I quizzed Disob on this. The worst unit in the game based on average placement is Bard. Oh, no, it's not. It's Kaboom. Oh, no, this is previous patch. It's Bard. If you go by stats. I quizzed Disob on this, so that's the reason why I know. Oh, Rek'Sai 3. Okay. I think the worst unit to play around generally, though, in terms of reliable game plans, quotes reliable game plans, is Kai'Sa. I don't like playing around Kai'Sa at all right now. Except if I'm playing around Fortune. 2 unstable treasures off their stationary supports. Dragon Lord and Bokers. Okay. ZhanWenYu kind of cooking.
等了很久这个落双一天天
Dude, this Rakan too. This guy hit Rakan too, and he just does nothing. Look at this Rakan do no damage at all.
凯已被秒了，
好，看一下奇遇，
满足。
这个一般来说打到这会儿了，应该是会选。
敌完了是会满足的。
对，肯定。
Oh, the 3-component Cho'Gath. Insta take. And then you can go for items on Rakan. Okay, amazing. That's actually really big.
他等下肯定要先考虑。
6 sniper set.
还在抽，但是寒冰的数量比较少，他选秀
6 sniper set.
后呢，上到8级，没有见到过寒冰。
Hey, Frodan, I'm a GM League player that wants to play TFT, and this is my first set I'm actually taking seriously. I'm currently mid-high Emerald. Any major tips to improve? Love your content. It's been very helpful. Yeah, the first step to improvement is look for any good educational websites that might help you get to a proficient level of understanding of the meta. Preferably websites that also have lit podcasts.
他有尼克在手，其实心里没那么那个。
That's step 1. I don't know any though off the top of my head.
对啊，上把饭的时候这把不可能再犯。
Step 2 is be patient with yourself. I think a lot of times people in TFT get pressured by what everyone says should be like easy. Like in TFT, there's like a weird social pressure to feel like you should be climbing fast. Because everyone's like, oh, you can get to masters no problem, or any player can get to challenger. Like they feel like they hear these things and they feel pressure because they see that TFT is a game of variance, which it is. They see that TFT is easier to get to challenger than in League of Legends, which it is. And so they think in their minds that it's easy. But you have to forget one thing. It is fucking bananas for anybody to try to pursue getting challenger in League of Legends unless you're trying to go pro. Like what a ridiculous achievement. It's almost like trying to do a Mount Everest climb. Not quite as physically taxing, but mentally probably around the same amount of difficulty level. Because it is true insanity to want to do something like this.
没有达到最理想的状态吧，但该有的还是有。
So just because it's easier than that doesn't mean it's easy. So yeah, don't pressure yourself. A lot of people feel like, man, I'm not hitting masters in my first like 2 sets of playing TFT. Am I just like a terrible game? No, it's like the game can be kind of hard, especially if you're not no-lifing this game.
比较利用自己的高配卡发挥嘛。
我这外面好像都有点猛啊，对他来说。
That's why I stopped trying to hit challenger after GM. Yeah, it is an asinine achievement to go for. Like who wants to like?
金庸这边3连胜，泰坦差的比较多，但是肉装都给他木木的话，其实也不在乎那个。
6局4护，而且这把，哎，猜对，这给厄斐琉斯，这把墨菲特奇遇有偷偷。
Okay, hit Kane too. Whoa. Okay. APM.
考虑这个装备
Holy cow, 9 items just popped up. The thing is, he's not gonna get his items on
上的这个偷偷来。
fast
但这里可能需要给的装备
for the start of the fight, so hopefully he doesn't get punished for it.
Canbiz 是不是有点烧啊？
Oh god.
烧了，给的很慢。
确实太多了，在后面。
不是，主要
I think we got the right items on.
我以为是
Oh man, see,
来一点什么
this is what we talked about on our podcast.
对，他中间愣了。
These turns, you can try to be like flashy and all you want with like optimizing things, but if you don't have the transition turn ready, you're taking more damage than you need to.
做的时候我们都会先写
Like yes, it probably was correct for him to maybe move some of those items,
自己的主场，
but that fight, his team fought at half power.
蛋了。
对，
And maybe I don't know if he would have won the fight, but he definitely would have killed more units if everything was like properly accounted for in terms of items.
应酬自己体系。
Those transition turns matter so much at this level, so much.
寒冰真难抽。
10月今天剩下的钱不多了。
What even is this tournament? Does it have players from all over the world, and when was it live?
装备
Exclamation point TSI
这里看一下
will help you understand it at all.
可以保底放一个技能。
Double red buff.
但有个问题，你得把底下的怪卖一下。对，给莉莉娅，好，再给上去。
Vow. Okay.
面对 Canbiz，
I kind of hate his items, but
给完了。
it is what it is, you
比
know.
较正确。
这哪里摸出来的恶心瞎子呀？又。
This guy's going 8th. I think his items are terrible. He has double red buff. He took blinding speed, didn't tempo, and he doesn't have armor reduction outside of Ophelia. As far as what I see, maybe he does, and I didn't see it. But and that guy's going 8th.
是的。
如果真的只拿1分的话，可能要跟前4告别了。所以看看能不能再撑住，两星泰坦能不能找到？
他这个其实。
Are you doing anything fun for your birthday? Oh yeah. I'm watching the Tournament of Champions Summit Invitational for set 11 Inkborn Fables featuring Title, Dish Soap, YBY, Rereplay, and the CN Avengers. What are you doing for your birthday, huh? This is me partying right now.
这个看一下韩冰的发挥，那边小鹿是阴性的，还是有机会，但狙神打莉莉娅的阵容，他后排
Holy shit, we killed frontline.
啊，那结束。
Oh,
囚禁了。
狙神打莉莉娅这个阵容，
and it's an 8th. Yeah, I mean his items were so bad. It makes sense.
这样只拿一
Honestly, he almost pulled out like a 6th. That would have been pretty good. Lock it. Rek'Sai 3 Syndra. Okay.
那我们就要看一下场上剩下的目前
Happy birthday. Thank you, you guys. You don't look a day over 40 because I'm not. I'm not over 40 years old. Not yet. One of these days I will.
而同时，我们看一下，在去年的今天呢，
Wait,
是2020
did you guys know that on this day a year ago, oh, today, wait, hold on. Today's the 1-year anniversary of Rereplay winning the Set A World Championships.
3年的5月28号，来自于 NA 赛
Oh.
Set 8的全球总决赛的冠军的。那今天刚好也是5月28号，他能不能在今天延续这个好运气，再一次以这个小组第一的身份晋级到后续的赛段呢？我们可以展望一下。他在第5局
Man, that was a crazy weekend. On the I remember now. Rereplay won Worlds on my birthday. He did it for me. You guys thought he did it for all of you? He thought he did it for himself? No, he did it for me.
没有帮他换掉剩下的2个残血，被对家入了一个，那已经剩下17滴血了。
YBY 和 Tamura 都结束了。
而且我们也看到，就是 Replay 在
Hey, Kana, how you doing?
他应该是领先第2。
Where this Rek'Sai 3 came from? It was so random. Like all of a sudden we looked over and it's like, oh, Rek'Sai 3, okay, with 3 items.
地位前面，我感觉上文其实
I mean, Rek'Sai can be pretty tanky, or rather beefy. She's not very tanky in the late game, but beefy. And you scale the Dryad HP.
而在当时啊 S8 Set 8开打的时候，这个 YBY 也是作为决赛轮的
YBY 6th. Ooh, YBY had one of the worst days we've seen in a while. 8-6-5-8-6.
而 YBY 在今天啊，也是止步在
Do you think it's bad meta rate or he's unlucky?
非常的可惜，今天的分比较少。
We trapped our Kiana.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Happy day.
Philip, thank you.
上文的阴性小鹿应该是
He also bombed at a TC3 day 1. Did he?
这家子现在泰坦叠起来之后，下场
Maybe his read's off. I think maybe his meta read might be off.
还好。
That's what, like 11 games? That's 11 games where he's averaging like really bad. I mean, it could be variance. Don't get me wrong. He's a great player, but even the best players get their reads wrong from time to time.
对，这边
Probably snowball effect. It's probably that too. Like the last game doesn't matter. So
是差一张。
like last game he can't qualify anyways. So he just tries to play like whatever game and ends up just not working out. Does Set 11 also have worlds? It does. Did you guys know once upon a time Riot considered if there was a LAN for one set, it wouldn't be worlds? Like there'd be 2 worlds and 1 LAN a
一
year,
个技能放出对面的凯隐，那这样的话，凯隐跟盲僧可能要同时集火。
which would have been
有些人
super
看一
weird
下猴子承受伤害。
if there was only 2 worlds a year plus 1 LAN.
哎，掉掉了，
拿下帅，
Like one set, basically there's no world champs to play for.
我每次都关少爷
Cambiz bot 4.
叶认真的是救大命了呀，让凯隐最后的一
That one fight, I wonder if that one fight would have made the big difference and that might have been placement, who knows.
那这样的话，前四是有3
But you know so people are asking like what are they doing? They're saving money from cutting the broadcast. As you guys know, there's no main broadcast anymore for the Americas. And after starting this set, there's no main broadcast for EMEA. They're cutting that. So they're saving a bunch of money in production. You guys might be wondering, what are they doing with that money?
究竟谁能够登顶拿下这宝座？
They are putting up an entire world championship again every single year because they went from 2 to 3 sets, right? Twice a year they used to do the world championship with hundreds of thousands of dollars in prize pool and all the competitive infrastructure. That money has to come from somewhere. And so, if you're wondering what they're doing with that money, there's a big portion of that going towards having a 3rd set championship a year. It's not, and you might be like saying like, oh well, Riot's a $1 billion company, and you're not wrong, they are. But when you're doing budgeting and counting, that has to come from somewhere. That's most likely where I'm imagining a lot of the money is going towards. They're saying like we're saving money here, we can have a third worlds and a LAN. Speaking of LANs, anybody going to DreamHack Dallas this weekend? That is another sub-regional event happening this weekend. That qualifies, if you do well at DreamHack, you're qualifying directly to Tacticians Cup number 3. Anybody going to DreamHack Dallas? Not me. Riot asked me to co-stream it live from the site, but you know I'm a little busy these days. It's hard for me to justify flying out anywhere for a while. Like maybe later on in the year, but not right now. You know who's going to be co-streaming it instead? I Will Dominate. That's right. I Will Dominate will be co-streaming the TFT LAN and DreamHack. Wait, look at this Kane. Whoa! Heavenly Kane, little buddies. I mean, that's like BIS augments. Heavenly plus little buddies and stationary support. If stationary support give him a Banshees instead of if you got Banshees instead of Virtue the Martyr, I'm pretty sure he has like BIS everything. He actually hit Challenger in TFT. Yeah, that's sick. I didn't even know that. I knew he was a TFT fan. I didn't realize that Dom hit Challenger in TFT. Boom. What about League of Legends, though? Has he ever hit Challenger in League of Legends? I mean, he probably did. He often says that he likes playing TFT on stream. That's cool. No, TFT is great. It's such a cool game. No ad. Like, I know I've been dropping a lot of ads. This one's not an ad. TFT is a cool game. 6 sniper. Double kill. Oh, no. Guan didn't die. Another Heavenly emblem. That would have been hype. 7 Heavenly. I was on podcast during the I was on holiday during the tournament and still have to listen to the last episode of podcast. Who won the tournament? What, the Tacticians Cup? Koala Esbelto, a Brazilian player. Brazil won the last cup. After America's relentlessly mocked Brazil and LATAM for sucking. Just saying. Oh, Kane. Oh, I wonder if Kane was gonna wrap to the back. The positioning almost cost him. Actually, there's a way for Guan to exploit this. If he loses, he actually might have been able to win this fight. Okay, so the way he could actually do the way he actually can exploit this, if he knew, was to put another melee unit here and Kane back one, because the melee unit will walk and wrap to the Amumu, and then this Kane will be forced to walk here and then go to the back line. But I don't know if he would anticipate that swap, but he actually could have gotten the wrap, and that would have won the fight, because as you know, if you get to the snipers early, you win the fight. Small thing, but pretty profoundly impactful positioning. All right, Qingro. All right, let's look at the standings. So replay 33 points. I'll cover my thing real quick. Replay 33 points. Number 1, China 234, Gap, EU, and then CN, and then APAC. But you know what? Tamura fought back strong last couple games, and YBY with a 12-point stinker. But you know, Goobum still posted single digits in 6 games,
Man,
so he's not quite Goobum's low.
Happy birthday.
RS did. Thank you for 3 months. Thank you.